User left your channel.
Ooh, they released the magical rings.
What?
There's a thing that Wizards of the Coast has been doing. If people donate money or whatever, they release parts of the DM guide. And they just released one, which is a selection of magic rings. So some of the graphics look pretty cool.
Interesting.
I shall check that on Reddit. Oh yeah, I found the post on Reddit.
They're each like 1 page long and not very comprehensive, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I really can't wait until the DMG's out. Really looking forward to that book.
Okay, I skimmed what happened yesterday. So we found basically we found one person, questioned them, and then somebody died, but it wasn't us. Found him already dead. Went to a warehouse, found a circle. It turned out to be a portal. We stepped in it.
Yeah.
There was guards beating on the door. We barely made it out.
The guy that you questioned and then killed was one of the 2 people that was on the boat at the very, very beginning that were the only 2 people whose bodies you couldn't find in the wreckage. Do you remember there was an old guy in engraved armor and a younger guy with a magical satchel who kept throwing up over the side?
Yeah, so we found the older guy?
Yeah, the older guy.
Okay. But he had something of the younger guy with the magic symbols and stuff like that. I'm guessing he didn't write that.
The younger guy had a satchel with magic runes on, if that's what you mean.
No, whenever we inspected after we killed that one guy, the older guy, and inspected him, didn't he have like a handkerchief or like some sort of thing with markings?
He had a ring that had a rune inscribed on the inside of it, yeah.
Okay, and it was magical, but I'm guessing he wasn't magical though.
No, the ring had the mark of the Zenta and the Black Network, the group of evil bad guys, basically, on the inside of the ring. And Griffin used that and a Book of Common Prayer to the god Bane as 2 halves of a key to open the portal, which everyone stepped through at the very end.
All right.
Okay, are we missing anybody off of TS? No, well, apart from Mutica, we're not, are we? Okay. Right. Let me turn my music off. Okay. So we don't have Mutica, which is a shame. I wonder whether he's actually going to come back, but there you go. Right, with regards to the order of people stepping through the portal, what I've done is I know Griffin's gone first, so I've just used license on who goes through after him. So I've got Griffin, then Farron, sorry, it's Delgar, then Farron, then Flint, then Falstag, then Torben, then Anatsum. Do you want to swap that order about at all?
I'm good going last.
I'm fine with that.
Works for me.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds like that.
Because the way we had it, with only the 4 of you there, I thought, Rain, you'd probably want to go second, and Falstag, you'd probably want to bring up the rear, and that left you to go where you were, Flint. So I thought that would probably make sense. And then obviously, both Anatsum and Mutica weren't there, so I just put you 2 guys at the back. What I will do is I'll swap the 2 of you about, though. Do it that way. Okay. Right, well, what I'm going to do is, as it says, I'm going to, don't move your tokens, and I'll place them on the map. So I'm going to place Delgar onto the map now. And what I would actually like to do is just drop down a channel. We'll pinch somebody else's campaign with you, Griffin, and just talk to you about what you see, if that's cool.
Okay.
All right, so just go down to Stillwater Cleansing. Back in a moment, guys.
Sure thing.
Okay.
User left your channel.
How you doing? Who wants to
User
talk
left
about
your
delicious
channel.
food?
Ooh, deliciousness.
I made chicken fajitas last night, and they were really good. A bunch of fresh peppers from my garden, onions.
I need to
Good.
start a garden.
Yeah, I really like fresh ginger and garlic. It tastes so much better than like stuff you get at the store. It's I don't know. It's a big difference to me. Same with tomatoes. Like
I've
store-bought
never
tomatoes
had
are
a-
kind of shitty.
I've never had a tomato.
Like a garden tomato or any tomato ever.
Any tomato.
Well, like if you get like a what they basically do is they pick the tomatoes early and then they ship them to a store and then they artificially ripen them. And I don't know exactly the chemical process that happens, but it makes them not very flavorful. But if you like take them off a vine when they're actually ripe, it's much different.
Are they still a little sour?
A little, they're more sweet. They're much more sweet, and it's got like a good tomato has a really dynamic flavor profile. It's like it's got a huge spectrum of flavors. I don't know. It's like you could make a like tomato and cheese and basil is and crackers and stuff is really tasty. But if the tomato
User joined your
sucks, it's
channel.
bad.
Guys, what I'll do is when I move your token down onto the map, you can just drop down a channel, and once we've got everybody down there, we'll all move back up a channel.
Okay.
Roger.
Rain, you're next if you want to move down.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
Oh my god, what is this?
Okay. What you've got is a circle, a pentagram, and a body in the middle of it. I'll just move Griffin out of the way so you can see. See that?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
you recognise that body or not?
The body is one of the guards from the warehouse, so it's very fresh. The pentagram is very fresh. The fire around you, that is flaming circle, is giving off no heat whatsoever. But so far, Griffin hasn't crossed it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
you've got... All right, hopefully he'll move down.
User left your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Hello?
Hello. Right. You've got a circle of fire around you that's not giving off any heat. There is a pentagram on the floor with a body. You recognise the body as one of the guards from the warehouse. It's very, very fresh. The disc in the floor looks like it's made of a gold-coloured metal, and the runes round the outside of that disc are dwarven. If you can't, if anyone can read dwarven, can any of you read dwarven?
I'm looking right now.
I think I'm about to. Let me check.
Was that yes? You can. Sir.
I cannot.
Griffin.
1 sec, I'm just checking.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Right. I'll tell you what it means in a mo.
Wait, you said Dwarven, right?
Dwarven. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can speak Dwarven.
The room you're in is clearly some kind of church, cathedral of some kind. It is in very, very advanced state of disrepair. You can see by all the rubble and God knows what all over the place. To your north are a couple of skeletons. They're very old, and the blood that you can see on the floor is very, very fresh. To your south there is a closed and locked door in the wall, and straight ahead of you, all the way down the centre aisle, at the very, very end, is a broken statue.
Alright, are we allowed to act or do anything?
Yeah, you've got a couple of seconds before the next person comes through.
Alright, so I'll look around. Everyone is, like, here, right? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, the people that have gone through before me. They look okay?
Yeah.
Alright, So I see the fire. You said it doesn't give off any heat, though, right?
That's right.
Can I attempt to touch it? Like,
Yeah, you touch
all
it,
right.
it doesn't burn. Doesn't
All
burn
right.
at all.
So I'll mention that to everyone.
Okay.
Here's the fire won't burn you if you touch it. So we're not trapped here at the very least. Perhaps we
User
should
joined your
move.
channel.
Okay, Sean, you step through.
Oh my god.
And what you've got is a fiery circle, and you just see both Flint and Ferron walk through it. Griffin is still in the circle. It's flaming circle. You've got a pentagram on the floor with a body of a guardsman who has clearly been sacrificed. There is a golden disc on the floor, and the runes around the outside of that are in Dwarven, but depending on whether you can speak or read Dwarven, you might understand it. You've got a couple of seconds before the next person comes through. What would you like to do?
I would like to get out of this ring of fire. I'm just gonna like move ahead.
Yeah. Okay, Flint, that's fine. Okay. Right. And I guess everybody can move back to the other channel now because everyone will be together.
Okay.
User left your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Right, just you and Atsum. Okay. You see that, Atsum?
Yes, I do.
You've got a pentagram on the floor, fresh, with the body of one of the guardsmen who is in the warehouse that you've just come from. There is a flaming circle around the outside, as you can see, and the disc that you're on is gold in colour and has runes around the outside, which you believe to be Dwarven. To your north, there are a couple of old skeletons. To your south, in the south wall, there is a door. The blood that you can see about you is fresh, and all the way to your east, you can see a broken statue. You're clearly in some kind of cathedral church or something like that. Right, now you're all here. The flames are making a sound, and it's quite a roaring sound as well. They're not giving off any heat whatsoever, but the sound is quite real.
My guess would be they'd be magically subdued temporarily or so.
Could be.
Are we still free to pass in and out of the fire?
You're everyone's out of it now. Are you going to try and go back in?
Yeah.
You go back in.
All right. By the way, how have you been moving so that we're not snapping to a grid? Because I noticed you moved
Alt.
me and I wasn't snapped to a grid.
You hold
Hold
down
on.
Alt.
All right. Okay.
Hold down Alt as you move. That's it.
Awesome. Right. Can I attempt to read the runes on the inside?
Yes, you can. What you have basically is an offering plate to the dwarven god Clangedin. Now, Clangedin is a dwarven god of law and good. He's one of the very, very nice dwarven gods. He's a good guy. Clangedin's Silverbeard, basically. And he's also the dwarven god of battle and honourable combat and things like that. He's known as the father of battle, and he's also known as the father of twin axes. No, something of lord of twin axes, lord of battle axes, something like that. Yeah, battle. Yes, his holy symbol. Well, in fact, anybody who has religion can roll, please. In fact, anybody can roll. But if you have a religion, you'll have a higher chance. Flip, you get it? Ferron, you don't. Delgar, you do. Falstag, yes.
Yes.
Anybody can roll?
Anybody can roll. Obviously, if you've got the skill religion, you have a better chance of succeeding. Yeah, okay, so everybody with the exception of Ferron, sorry about that, his holy symbol is a couple of twin crossed battle axes, and he is. The domains associated with him are lawful good alignments, strength, war, battle, things like that. And he is a nice deity, very, very nice deity, and you're familiar with him.
Out of curiosity, what is this in the middle
And
here?
did you say that this was?
I'll fix that. It's just an empty area. It's a wall.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say you said that it was sacrificial to him.
Yeah, but it would be not something like a body would be sacrificed. It would be something like weapons or something like
Right.
that would be smelted down and sacrificed to him to make other weapons, things like that. They'd be blessed and so on and so forth in that sort of area.
Okay.
Can I inspect this skeleton to the north?
Sure. The skeleton to the north is old, and it's just leaning up against the wall. There is a broken blade nearby that you probably think has fallen out of its chest at some point in the past, but it's been like that for a long time.
So I noticed that there's blood on the floor, like here next to where I'm at, me and Anatsum. Does it look fresh or does it look like it's dried?
It's fresh. All of the blood you see is fresh.
Okay, and it does streak off in this direction then?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, besides the skeletons, like against the very west wall, what is that? Is that a body, or what is that?
Whereabouts? Ping the map.
How do you
Okay.
ping?
Hold your left mouse button down. That looks like refuse. It's old. It's odd. That sort of thing doesn't fit, and also just below you as well. There, it looks like bones, old material, old bits of leather, things like that.
Nothing of value in them, or just like
No.
old withered pieces of trash and material.
Trash. You think there's dung in there as well. It looks like basically a shit pile. So animals have crapped all over the place. They've eaten things. There's the bones from all of that. There's cloth and God knows what else. It looks like a dung pile, refuse and so
on. So over here where this broken like pew is that rocks have like fallen from the ceiling, or does it look, or can I discern why it was destroyed?
Over whereabouts?
Right there.
There. Yeah, it looks like rocks have fallen from the ceiling and broken it. There's bits of wood in there.
Okay. I guess I'll inspect the ceiling. Does it look like it's gonna continue holding?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, this is ancient. All of the damage in here is old, very old.
All right. And then over here on this north wall, this is all just more refuse, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Am I looking at a door?
Falstag, there is a door, yes, ahead of you. It's got the crossed battle axe symbol on it.
Is it like, what is it made of? It's just stone or steel or?
It's a steel, oh no, it's not steel, it's an iron door.
Can I listen? See if I can hear anything?
You can, but the problem being is the sounds of fire that are about 5 feet behind you are really quite loud. So you're not going to hear much through that door because of the sounds of the fire behind you.
Okay.
For Sabin and Atsum and Ferron going over there, the sound of the fire obviously is a lot less. Can I have the three of you please make me perception rolls? Actually, Griffin as well. Okay, so that's Flint and Ferron so far. Just Flint and Ferron. You are fairly sure that you can hear the sounds of combat coming from down that tunnel.
There's guys fighting over here, everyone.
Down we go.
So this statue that's broken, what's it look like? Is it a statue to this dwarven god?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then this pool of water over here, is it just like, I don't know, like the pool of water that they have at the, entrance to a church?
That one, yeah, it's a font.
Yeah.
It's a font that is overgrown with mould and vines and so on. Well, mould, really.
Alright, but it just looks like water upon inspection.
Well, yeah, but it's ancient. You probably wouldn't want to drink out of it, but yes.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of drinking it necessarily, but I just wanted to make sure that's what it was. It's water and not like, I don't know, magical potion or some other poison or something like that.
Well, when you look at it, it looks, there's not much in there, and it's very murky and brown, and there are bits in there, but whether or not it's a magical potion, poison, or just horribly brackish water, you can't tell. But it doesn't smell particularly nice, put it that way, as you put your head over it to have a look.
Alright. So I'll sneak, I guess, kind of to peek my head into this tunnel.
Okay, so Ferron and Griffin have gone over there as well. What are the two of you going to do while Sabin was over by the font? Are you going to go down?
Yeah,
You're just
I'm
aiming
going
down.
down. I'm going down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going down. Just gonna let Rain go in front.
Okay, well, you've got a bit of time while Sabin was over by the font, so if you want to move yourself forward a little bit, please do. Okay, and Anatsum, Falstag. Anatsum, you're over in the north there. Okay. Now you're over here, the sounds of combat is noticeable for all of you. Once you get to the entrance of that tunnel, you don't have to make a roll. It is echoing, and you can't tell where it's coming from, but it's definitely coming from down here somewhere.
I've got obviously my bow drawn and arrow.
Alright, sneak over here.
Yeah. Okay, so on the floor ahead of you, you see two bodies?
Yep.
Right, one of those, they're both fresh, both very, very fresh. One of them is one of the humans that was in the warehouse. We'll call him a guard from now on. And the other body is a body of a lizard man. Both fresh.
Okay. Do they have any of their equipment still?
Yes, they do, yeah.
Right. Can I just grab whatever's salvageable, I guess?
Yeah, the guard has a longsword and is wearing armor, but that armor is covered in blood and is rent open. The lizard man just has a very crude javelin and a very crude blunt club kind of affair with him. No armor.
Okay, and none of them have any, like, gold on them or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No. And none of them... Well, the lizard man has absolutely nothing apart from those two, and the guard very conspicuously has nothing apart from his weapon, his scabbard, and his armor.
Does he have any... he doesn't have any rings on his fingers, then?
No, he does not. However, he does have a place on that same finger where a ring should be.
Okay. I will mention to everyone, it looks like these lizard people are quite primitive, and looks like another Zentarum soldier.
from where we're standing, can we discern? I'm guessing the sound of combat is getting louder. Can we discern if it's coming from the south or the east?
It's echoing so much you can't tell. There's actually, now that you're in the tunnels proper, there is more than just one lot of combat going on.
Okay, I do
Well-
see blood from the southern trail. I don't have very. I can't see too far into the east, but I can see blood from the south.
That's correct.
Actually, I think that perhaps we should go back and inspect that door too. I'm sorry, what was the god's name? The dwarven god with the battle axes?
Clangadin.
Can't get in.
The door with Clangadin's symbol on it. Doesn't seem like the fighting's going to be coming our way anytime soon.
Can I flint and... Actually, I think it's probably just flint by the looks of it. Actually, yeah, just flint. Can you make me a perception roll, please? The good thing is all of you have dark vision because our token human isn't here this week. Okay, stand by. That's weird. Huh. Really? Are you getting anything of mine typing or anything in the chat?
No.
Oh,
there we
So
are.
there we go. Right. Right, we'll ignore all the rest of those. That's weird. Okay, out of the darkness from the east, a very, very crude javelin comes out of the area. You didn't see him, unfortunately. And it hits you, Sabin.
Alright.
Ooh. Blimey. For 7 points of damage.
Oh, well then I'm down.
You're down.
Yep.
You only have... What? Oh,
Yep.
yeah. What did you take damage from before that?
I don't remember, but I'd had my health at 7 for some reason or another, and I hadn't recently been healed, so yeah, I'm down.
Didn't we all rest and we didn't take any damage the last session?
You should be on your max hits, which is what? 10? Because you're -1 on con, aren't you?
Yep. Okay, well then I guess I'd be at 3.
Okay. Out of the darkness, ahead of you to the east comes a javelin, and you can hear some kind of guttural sound behind it.
Okay, well then,
Can
yeah.
I move up and just move towards that area?
Please do, yeah.
All right.
As soon as I see, okay, we're not in combat right now. Just Flint has taken damage, right?
Very much so, yes.
Okay. As soon as I see him being hit, I will cast a spell, a healing spell, before we actually get into combat.
Okay, that's fine. Right, I will allow you to do that, and then we will go into combat. So, Falstag and Farron, don't move any further ahead of you. We're now going to go into combat.
Okay.
Please roll initiative.
Wait, why have I come up twice?
Oh, I know what happened. The character that you had as that you copied over, was level 1. It hadn't been modified to be level 2.
Yeah, it's like the
So that's
10's
what it
really
is.
low.
Oh yeah, and I healed you for 5. So before we get into
Yep.
combat, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, mine's a low level.
I don't even understand how that's even possible because I have a 3 for my dex modifier, so it should be at least a 4.
Yeah, the initiative is broken. You have there's like a special thing you have to do for it. It won't add your modifier for some reason. I reported it like months ago, and it's still like that. So yeah, you might want to just roll like 1d20 plus your modifier, and then there's a command you can do. I don't know if you know what it is, but I can post it maybe.
I think I have the command already. This way. But yeah. Sorry. Go ahead and reorder it.
Okay. Right. Farron, you've got a figure ahead of you that you can see poking round from the rock. There. Can you see him?
Yep. I immediately unload a bow on it. Or an arrow.
Go.
rather.
You throw your bow in. Okay. A 9 is a miss.
Out of curiosity, do these creatures speak a language? Like, I mean, it seems like they speak a language. But what language do they speak? Is it possible to communicate with them?
They speak a language, and I'm fairly sure none of you have got it. It's Draconic.
I have that.
Do you?
I have that as well, I think.
Yeah.
Blimey, I didn't realise that. Okay, it's Draconic. In that case, then when you heard that guttural sound upon Flint being hit, those of you with Draconic heard a cry of joy come from that area in Draconic. Sort of a cry of yes, sort of thing.
Okay. Then can I yell out? Wait! Stop! We're not here to hurt you. In Draconic.
You can on your go, absolutely.
I mean, he did just hit Flint. You should get some revenge.
Okay, well, find revenge, right? You know, eye for an eye and all that.
Okay, so Rain, your 9 doesn't hit.
Okay, that's my go then.
Right, the lizard man is going to throw what looks like to be his last javelin. Oof. And I guess really, Faustag, you're in the front.
Yeah.
Blimey, 7.
This guy's good with javelins.
Isn't he? So now, Faustag, it's your go.
Oh, okay. I am going to charge and cleave him with my great axe.
You can do that. It is within your 30-foot move range.
That's it, right? Just to be sure.
That is it, yes. You do not hit. Oh, you do. Hang on, you do hit on a 24. Sorry, I just saw the 7. Yes, you hit on 24.
Yeah, 7's my damage.
Right. Okay. Didn't realise you rolled them both at the same time.
Oh, damn it! I forgot to mention that I flip out into a berserk rage because that's what I was totally gonna do.
Okay.
Right. Well, like after getting hit, that was gonna be my reaction to getting hit. So it would have done 10 damage, but I'm a little late on that one.
10 damage, right? That's a deep wound.
So I was like, bring my great axe down right on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you feel bone crunching as he sags under the weight of your axe. He doesn't go down, but that was one hell of a blow. Did him a lot of damage. You feel it bite really, really deep. His left arm is now pretty much useless.
And that is my turn.
Griffin, Delgar.
Right. I don't know. Am I going to be able to cast a spell to him? Because from the looks of it, Falstad takes up the entire room, or width of the room.
If you have a spell that doesn't require a 2-hit roll, then yes, you can, i.e. spell that where he has to save. If you have a spell that requires a hit roll, i.e. you have to roll the dice to hit, you can still do it, you just have a penalty to your attack, or rather he has a bonus to his AC.
Right.
So yes, in both cases you can do, but it's easier to do if it's an automatic hit, he makes a save. So it depends what the spell is.
Like magic missile.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Magic missile will automatically hit and do damage.
Yeah, okay, I'll cast Magic Missile then.
Okay.
What is that? So it's 1...
3d4 plus 3.
3d4 plus 3. Nice. You slam him, and it hits him. You see it whirl round Falstag's shoulders and arcs down and just slams into the side of his head, and he just gets knocked against the side of the wall and slides down. Dead.
All Delgar's work. Falstad had nothing to do with it.
Nice.
So just
at
a question.
At the same time as that, Sabin was like, "Stop! Don't! We only want to win. We're not the people that you mean trouble or whatever." He said.
Yeah.
But
And then,
yeah.
if combat's over, then the next thing I'll say is, well, so much for diplomacy.
We are not food.
Right, Falstag, your berserk frenzy. What gives?
Oh, yeah, so I take another swing at this guy. We don't see any other enemies here. We're out of combat, right?
You're out of combat, but you can still hear combat. That's the problem.
Oh, God. Okay, good. If I still hear combat, I'm running ahead, looking for more foes.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck.
Oh dear.
Falstag legs it off.
Right,
Okay,
we're gonna have to chase him down. We can't leave him to get himself killed.
Yeah,
Well, sure.
I run after him, and I'm gonna cast a healing spell.
I go over to this table here, and I just like swing my arm wide and just knock everything against the wall.
As you go past. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just keep moving.
The sounds of combat are coming from ahead of you. There are 2 openings to your left-hand side, but you completely ignore those.
Yeah. Oh, but where do I hear the sound coming from? Because I'm going
Straight
toward
ahead
the
of you.
sound.
Straight
Oh,
ahead
okay.
of you.
And like this wall?
Do you stop long enough to get healed, or do you just
No.
rush off? Okay.
Well, I mean, if you can like chase after me if you want to, but
Okay, I chase after you, and I barely get my finger on your shoulder to heal you for 5.
nice.
So as I'm passing these bodies, I'm gonna go ahead and inspect them to make sure they don't have anything like useful on them.
Okay.
Do you have time for that with him charging?
If you're going to search them, then it'll take you a good few seconds to do a decent search on each. It's up to you whether or not you want to do that and let Falstad go ahead, because he's not stopping, he's running away from it, or whether or not you want to do that when you come back.
I'm shouting, Tempest!
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys just like at first glance, do they have anything that looks particularly useful for like fighting like a bomb or something of that nature.
Well, at first glance, you notice that they all appear to have their weapons with them, and they don't look like they have been immediately searched by anybody else. They look like they've just been left where they've fallen. So, actually, make me a perception roll. Actually, no, don't make me a perception roll. Make me an insight roll, please. Okay. What you believe is that all of these guys, the humans, are dressed the same as the warehouse people. That's fine. But because they haven't been searched and they've been left where they dropped, whoever was going through here in a real hurry and didn't bother with them when they fell. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if you want to search them properly, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it'll take too long. So it's just I want to see if maybe there was, someone with like a bomb or something like that, something that would be immediately useful in the coming battle, like around.
If by bomb you mean some kind of explosive device,
Yeah.
I don't use that in my D&D games. I don't use bombs, cannons, or anything else like that at all. Gunpowder. So there's nothing like that. So the closest you'll be with some kind of magical fire of some kind. That's it. Technology hasn't advanced that far yet in my games. I just really hate it. So.
Okay. Then like a flask of alchemist's fire would also be. Yeah. Or a tanglefoot bag, something like that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But there's nothing immediately at first glance. Okay, right. Coming back to you, Falstag. The sounds of combat is pretty much straight ahead of where you're looking.
Yeah, I drop my great axe, grab my shield, and I think it's a battle axe, and I bear down and just charge into the room.
Okay. You see lots of bodies on the floor, but you don't worry about that. Ahead of you, as you can probably see, there are 3 lizard folk. And they look injured, but the guy that's immediately to your left-hand side, where you are now, he's just this second dropped. He's just gone down. And he's got a javelin sticking out of his chest. And the other 3 there are... they have other javelins and they're ready. So at this point, as you kind of come into view between those two stones above you, where Griffin is roughly, we'll have initiative.
Before we actually get into combat, can I turn into my tiger?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I'd clear the turn order before people roll.
Oh yeah.
I always forget to do that.
Okay.
God damn it.
Who are we missing? Ferron.
Yeah, I didn't use the initiative thing because Sean said it was broken.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
21. Okay.
So what's this berserker thing that Falstag's in? So is he just basically bloodthirsty right now, and anything he hears that even resembles combat, he's about to go fucking bash someone's head in?
Mechanically, it makes me take half damage. I have resistance to physical, slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, and I do 3 more damage per hit. But yeah, for RP's sake, yeah, I'm just pissed. I'm very bloodlusty.
Okay. Fair enough.
What's the duration of your rage?
I believe it is 1 minute.
Okay. That will pretty much be for this combat, and then it will end roundabout after this combat. It's been pretty quick, so just to let you know. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I'll describe the scene just to make sure we know where we are, and then it'll be your turn to act, Rain. So, of the 3 lizard folk you've got ahead of you, the one at the front, the greyish one, looks slightly bigger than the greenish one to its right. The one behind that has some kind of robe-style affair on and doesn't appear to have any javelins. The other ones have javelins stuck in the ground in front of them, well, apart from the ones they have in their hands ready to throw. There are an awful lot of bodies in here. Off to the east wall, there is a forge of some kind. That's weird. What's that?
Sorry, that was me. I didn't accidentally somehow dragged dice onto the screen. By accident.
And there is this table. There's a pile of skulls. There are skeletons attached to racks and so on. But you really don't care about that at the moment because the biggest threat you've got is the three in front of you. For your benefit, Rain, or in fact, pretty much for everybody's benefit, with the exception of Falstag because he's too absorbed in what he's doing. There's also sounds of combat from the opening to the west in the top of this room near where you are, but it's some distance away. It's not just round the corner. And now we go to you, Farron.
The robed guy, has he got like half cover or something like that?
Yeah, he's got cover, yeah.
I'll take a shot at the purple guy then.
The guy at the front, or...
Yeah.
Okay. And that was a 14. The arrow gets lodged into the hair he's got on him and doesn't appear to pierce his skin.
Okay.
Falstag.
I'll also just shift up a bit just to get room for people to get past me.
Sure, no problems. Falstag.
I'm going to charge forward into the first guy I see with my shield up and just slam him right in the head with my axe, like overhand chop.
Roll to hit. Okay, you smash him, but he brings this club up and he takes the brunt of your blow on that club, and you don't damage him. He's a big lizard man. He's a little bit taller than you and about as muscular, and you're a big guy. Okay,
Alright.
and that's him.
I will charge in and try and pounce and maim him with my claw.
Which one? The grey one that Falstag's on? The green
The one Falstag's up against.
Okay. Move yourself in, please. Okay. No, that is unfortunately a miss. For reference, their AC is 15. Now we're down to Sabin.
Alright,
Further forward than that if you want to be. You don't have to be all the way at the end there.
oh well, I thought I had to like be where I was and then I can move.
Well, no,
Or is that
that's when we were talking about you searching the body. So when everybody moved up, you said you were going to move up with them. I just don't think you moved your tokens. So that's fine.
okay? So I guess I'll be like right around here.
Yeah.
Because I would probably be behind Delgar. Alright.
What would you like to do, sir?
Alright, so that should be 30.
Okay.
And let's see, everyone's attacking like the big black one, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I guess I'll help with that then.
Okay. The two in front are looking a little bit injured as well, by the way. The two lizard men, the guy in behind isn't, just for reference.
Alright, well, yep, that is nothing. So, great.
Okay, this big grey one, you're hitting him, but he appears to be shrugging off a lot of the damage. So it's where it's hitting him, it's not really cutting into him, or if it is, it's just more than a graze. So, you guys, you're not missing completely, it's just he's not taking much from it. That's a way of explaining it all. Okay, my go. Right, well, the big lizard man's going to go for you, Falstag, and there's a couple of reasons. One, you're the biggest one there, and secondly, you've got this mad glint in your eye. So you are more of a threat. Okay?
That is a hit.
That is indeed a hit. For... He's using a club. Oh, but my dice don't appear to be working.
I thought that rolled 21 again for a second.
There we go. Right, just the first one. Well, actually, it doesn't make any difference. They're both the same. 6 points of damage as you get hit by a... he smashes you with this big club of old wood.
Is that before or after the resistance, or?
That's before. So off of that,
Okay.
you take off whatever. This is just base raw damage.
Okay.
Right, the green one, I'm going to say on a D6, 1 to 4, he's going to go for the tiger. 5 to 6, he's not. He's going to go for you, Sabian, purely because the tiger looks like more of a threat. Are you good with that, guys?
Yep.
Right, it's going to go for you, Sabian.
Alright.
16. That's hit your AC?
I think that misses.
Okay.
Let me see real quick.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
This club whistles down and you just pull your face back inches away from it where it would have bonked you on the side of the head just as you come skidding to a halt as you come in there. And the last one at the back. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Blimey. My dice is doing well this evening. Okay, now, who's he going to hit with that? I'm just going to do a straight 1d6, 1 to 2 Falstag, 3 to 4 Anatsum, 5 to 6 Flint. It's Anatsum, right. What he does is he shoots this little, very, very, very small ball of fire out of his hand straight at you, and it bursts into your face. For 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Griff, Delgar, your go.
Right. I'm probably just gonna cast magic missiles again,
Okay.
and I'm trying to think who to cast at. I'll probably cast it at the big guy, the one about the
The
same
big
size
guy.
as Falstag.
Sure. Okay, the two guys at front are both injured. The guy at the back isn't. 8 points of damage. Right. You watch as the magic missiles whirl their way around the rocks over Falstag's shoulder again, other shoulder this time, and slam into the creature's shoulder in front of you, and it rocks back from the damage it takes. And this horrible guttural sound comes out from it. It is quite injured now. Ferron, back to you.
Can I move down to here to try and get a clear view of it so it's not obscure?
You can. It'll have +2 to its AC because of Falstag and the wall being in the way. But yes, it's a better angle. It has a base AC of 15, so it's 17 at this juncture, and that's a miss on an 11.
That would be my game. In fact, I'll just shift out a bit more to like here.
Say again, mate. You
I'll
can shift
just
round.
Yeah, just shift back out to there.
Yep, no worries. Falstag.
Yes.
Your go, sir. The one in front of you is quite injured now.
All right. I'm going to swing low at his legs.
Yeah. Nice.
For 12.
Right. You swing down. The guy brings his weapon up, thinking you're going to go high, and you basically chop his left leg off, and he just goes down in a shower of blood.
Nice.
And that's
I'm gonna just like move up. Like after that, just like move up and like, yeah, just start charging the next guy.
absolutely. And that's
I'm gonna go for the green guy.
Yeah.
And I will try and bite him.
Sure. Lovely. For 10 points of damage. Wow. Yes. You actually bite, and he puts his arm up to defend himself, and you go straight in, bite him on the upper arm, and you feel your mouth fill up with warm, sweet, coppery blood as you sever one of his major arteries in his upper arm, and he screams, and you just, with your weight, you bear him to the floor. Dead. A good roll. Sabin.
All right, I'm gonna sneak up to this. He looks different from the others. Does he look like a mage or something?
Yeah, he looks like some kind of shaman. He's got little bones on leather thongs around his neck and all sorts of shaman-y bollocks like that.
Okay. Yeah. I will kind of sneak up to him and try and stab him while he's unaware, looking at Falstag, hopefully.
Well, he is aware of you, so you can't get a sneak attack per se because he's not completely unaware of you.
I'd still get the sneak attack because of Falstag's position to him, relative to him.
Yes.
But I don't think you'd have I don't know, is there an advantage that you get from being sneaky?
No,
you get
I'm
damage,
just trying to
but...
describe the attack, like, how I'm moving, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, in this case, I understood that, being sneaky wouldn't give me any kind of mechanical benefit. I was just trying to say that since I'm going to get the sneak attack anyways, that, this way I'm going to kind of fluff it as I'm trying to be sneaky about it. Anyway, does a 17 hit?
A 17 is a hit. Okay, don't you get to add another d6 to it as well? Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's 9. That's a good hit. You jam him right under the rib cage. He is focused more on Falstag. He was aware of you, and he did try and move a little bit as he's also trying to jostle with what Falstag's doing, but he just didn't see you enough to move enough, and you just jam your blade in right up under his ribs, and you hear him expel air pretty quickly, a grunting sound as he takes that wound. That's done him a lot of damage.
All right.
Gone too far. All right, so lizard folks go. He's actually going to turn and try and run. Simple as that. So.
Oh, I want my opportunity attack. I'm ready for the scum.
And we would both get one.
Yes, you do.
Do you want to go first?
Sure.
I don't know if we want to like try to capture this guy, but I was gonna like try to injure his leg so that he can't get away with the idea to capture it. So I don't know. It's up to you.
I kind of felt like you were gonna just murder him because of your berserk rage thing.
You would. You're too far gone. You wouldn't try and capture him. You just try and murderize him.
Really?
So that's why I'm like trying to kill him as well, because I figured there was no way that he was going to survive an encounter with the Great Falstag.
All right. Well, I go for I swing my blade like parallel to his spine, just like right in the back.
The two of you basically Zarkstun stab, and he goes down. You both get him in the back quite nastily, and with a yelp, he just hits the deck.
Haha, Tempest! And then I lick my axe.
Okay.
I'll look over as you're doing this and be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you've marked me.
Oh no, Saban's down.
Let's get rid of that from you. Let's try that one instead. Sorry about that, Sabin. You're not dead, really.
Yeah,
not
I moved
some
myself out of the way.
Deus Ex Machina going on there. Right. The sounds of combat is a lot less than it was now. You can't hear any combat ahead of you from down this corridor, and there is nothing. Well, maybe quite a distance away, but there's nothing even remotely close to you.
All right. Start inspecting bodies.
Okay.
See if we can't piece together what the hell happened here.
Okay, so Griffin, Farron, what are you two doing?
I'm watching down the hallway that we saw
Yeah.
that I heard coming from.
Sure. Griff?
I'm gonna approach towards Falstag, Flint, and Atsum.
Yeah. And Atsum, are you staying in your tiger form?
Yes, and since I'm guessing, is Falstag still berserk?
No, he's calming down. The sounds of combat have abated. There are no other enemy targets around for him to hit. He turns round and he's got this fire in his eyes, but he looks at you slightly confused, and then the fog lifts and he comes out of the funk that he was in.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely get out some rations and my water skin and refuel.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm probably going to make my way over to the west and start moving on ahead of the group. See if I can pinpoint any potential enemies up ahead while everybody's inspecting this room for the time being.
Okay. Sabin.
Yep.
You are searching bodies. Move yourself to the first body you would like to search. Well, it actually doesn't really make any difference.
It's just this group of lizard folk that are here. Just inspect them first.
There's lots of javelins about for them, and the big guy, the javelins that he has are in a better condition than the other one. He's obviously picked the best ones for himself. The shaman has pouches on his belt that are full of herbs and things like that, so nothing that's worth a lot of money, but probably stuff that would take time to gather, and probably sort of spell components, that sort of thing.
That Griffin wants.
All right, so nothing of interest then. Fair enough.
No, I mean the sort of things he has, like he has carved knuckle bones in another pouch that have runes inscribed on them in Draconic, which look like some kind of divination tool, but probably a mundane divination tool rather than a magical one.
All right. Then after that, I'll move to this body over here.
Okay. Right, Griffin, you're going to go to the shaman.
Yes, to the shaman.
He does
So-
indeed have spell components, basically.
Right, well, what do I gather off of him then? Or what can I gather from him? What specifically does he have? Do he just have herbs, or...?
He basically has the equivalent of a spell component pouch in the PHP.
Right, okay, well, I'll loot that. I'm just gonna go... You guys can keep going, that'll probably just be my turn there. I'll just go look in the player's handbook real quick, see what that is, and add it to my inventory.
Sure. Okay. Right, Falstag, you're eating food and drinking
Yep.
water. If nothing else, just to take the taste of blood out of your mouth because you vaguely remember at the very, very end licking your axe, which was covered in lizard folk gore, which was nice. But there you go. Okay, right. And Natsum and Ferren, you don't need to make a roll. You hear this. Oh, in fact, all of you do, but you two hear it first. You hear the sounds of rock falling, but it gets louder and louder and louder. So over the space of about 5 seconds, the rest of you hear some distance away some kind of just massive avalanche.
Okay.
Do we hear it coming towards us, or is it just in distance?
It's in the distance.
So it doesn't sound like it's coming towards us, though.
No. I mean, it's not that far away, but you can't tell how far because there's a lot of echoey tunnels about.
Is it continuous, or do we hear the rocks fall and then just combat? Or once the rocks fall, is there still combat going on?
It lasts for about 10-15 seconds, and when it finishes, there is no combat sounds or anything. It's all quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going down this path then.
Yep, same. I'll just follow with like my arrow over his tiger's back, so to say.
Yeah. Right, Falstag and Griffin, can you both make perception rolls, please? Just to you.
Yeah.
Get in. Go, get Delgar. Right. You hear from down ahead of you what you perceive to be a guttural whispering.
Okay, I don't know if this makes any difference, but bear in mind I also have Draconic.
Yeah, you can't tell what it is.
Right, okay.
But it's a whisper of some kind.
Okay. Well, just so you know, because I know that, you know that,
Yep.
what's his face had it, but okay.
Yep.
Can I gesture to Falstag? Well, Falstag, sounds like there's someone down there. We should go check it out.
Huh? I've got my food in my face.
This is true.
Okay.
Right, Sabine, you watch the two of them, Falstag and Delgar, head down that tunnel. Or rather, you see it rather than watch it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, I can't see them in my line of sight. Are they heading towards where we are, or are they going down a different way?
You can't see them. They're not going down near you. Right.
They're not like running, are they?
No.
Okay.
Right. As you head down there, you do notice that against the wall here is a lit torch, and the whispering is coming from around the corner. Are you just going to go walking around the corner?
Probably a bit
Because
stupid.
you have on the map. Are you just going to go walking around the corner? The whispering's coming from around the corner.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
walked
might
around
as
the
well.
corner.
Right. Okay.
Made the decision.
There is a table, and it's on its end like that. And behind it, you can see two lizard men with weapons who are looking a little bit more afraid than the other ones were.
Okay, well, in Draconic, can I try to speak to them?
What are you going to say?
Oh, calm down. We don't want to hurt you. Back there, sorry, our friend was a bit pissed off and they were quite defensive as well. We don't mean you any harm.
The smaller one that's on the right, on your map on the bottom, looks at the bigger one and says in Draconic, which you understand, do we trust them? It looks like they've just murdered everybody else. What do we do? And the big one says, well, if they've killed the others, then they're going to kill us. And he stands up and he puts his weapon down by his side because they were hunched down behind this table. So the big one has stood up and he's not dropped it. He's just put his weapon down by his sides. He's still holding it, but it's by his leg. The little one is kind of a little bit more afraid and tentatively stands up as well. But he's got his weapon, his club, clutched in both hands, clutched very, very tightly to his chest, like it's the only thing that matters to him. and he looks a lot more frightened than the bigger one. The bigger
Right,
one
okay.
looks more resigned to fate.
Right, well, I slowly approach them. Listen, that was a complete misunderstanding back there. We
Say
just...
you hear this. Yeah, Karen.
We just came through a portal from God knows where. We don't even know how the hell where here is. We were coming after two men that have done unspeakable things, and we were looking for them. And when we got here, everyone was fighting. We came into this tunnel, and one of your someone who looked like he was possibly with you threw a spear and hit one of our guys in the chest and sent my friend here in a frenzy. And that's when we stumbled across these three.
Okay, Sabin, you can hear Delgar say all that. Unfortunately, Natsum and Ferren, you don't, because there's too much rock in the way.
Okay. I guess in that case, I would stop inspecting and go and see what the hell's going on.
All right. If you want to move yourself down there, I'll come back to the three of you in a moment. I'll just deal with Ferron and Natsum quickly.
Sure.
Right. Ferron and Natsum, you've got, as you can see, a junction. There is dust coming from your left.
I say go to the left then.
Well, we can't hear the rest of our party, and
No.
I'm kind of leery to continue down here without everybody and getting too far separated from everybody. So I think I'm going to look at whoever's Rain. I'm thinking Rain's with me. And go back the way we came and see if we can't meet up with everybody.
Okay. Ferron, are you going to stay down here on your own, or are you going to back up
Yeah,
as well?
I'm staying here. I'm not going back.
Okay. Okay, and that's move yourself back to where you want to go. And we shall go back to the three of you, Falstag, Flint, and Delgar, with the two lizard men. The smaller of the two lizard men, at what you've just said, Griffin, stands up and says, "Please, this is our home. We have families and children here. We do not know who you are or where you've come from, but all we ask is you leave us with our lives. If you try and attack our children, we will defend them with our lives if necessary." This is Draconic.
Sorry, what'd you say?
This is obviously in Draconic.
Right. Sorry, who else was it that spoke Draconic?
Me.
Right, okay. We mean absolutely no harm. We are fine with leaving if we knew the way out. We have not come here to kill you. Purposely, the only reason that happened was obviously, like I said, because one of your people attacked ours, and we defended him. We have no problem with leaving you alone if you can point us the way out of here. And maybe give us a clue as to where here is.
He says, "Just keep turning left. Just keep turning left. You will find the exit."
Thank you, that's great. We'll leave you in peace. We're very sorry for what's happened. And I hope you can recover. But is there, by any chance, do you know, outside of this cave system, where here is, like on the surface?
I don't understand. In the hills.
Right, okay, so we're just in the house, okay. Alright, thank you. We'll leave you alone now. I'm sorry for this complete tragic
Just
misunderstanding.
turn left. Whenever you find a junction, go left. Don't go anywhere else.
Okay.
Please, our children.
Yes, we promise we'll leave your children alone.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Sabin, you spoke Draconic as well, is that right?
Yes.
So you understand all of that, obviously.
Yeah. I'd actually like to ask a question.
Sure.
Just I don't want to ask them. What on earth happened here? Who are these people? And why were you attacking them? Or were they attacking you?
We were attacking them because they were in our home. They're in our home, like you are. Are you with them? What's going on?
No, I don't believe that we are.
They
I
came
believe
from
that
inside our home. They didn't come from the outside. They came from inside the home. They use magic. We don't like magic.
magic. Yeah, I believe they're evil magic users. Did you happen to pick up anything off of their bodies?
We have been hiding down here since the fighting started.
Ah, I see. Well then, I believe they're all dead at this point, so you can go about your daily lives. Rebuild. I'm terribly sorry about what happened.
Please, just leave. Just leave. That's all we ask, please. If you attack our children, we will die fighting. We don't. Please.
Right. So then go back and inspect the bodies.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Before you go back and inspect the bodies, I'm gonna put a little twist on this.
Yeah, God, so-
Since I came back and tried finding y'all, I wandered down this hall, and I kind of got there at the wrong moment, the wrong place, wrong time, and I'm thinking y'all are in combat. So I'm just gonna go ahead and charge forward and claw the big guy.
Okay.
can I attempt to trip him as he runs by me with my staff?
Well, he's in tiger form. I mean, you can have a go, but I'll let you know. It is fairly obvious when you come down there that they're not in combat, because you've got about 15-20 foot of corridor where you can see, or you did see, Flint and Sabin, and they're stood there without their weapons up, and they appear to be talking. So it is obvious that they don't appear to be in combat. Even in even tiger form, you can still understand everything because you retain all of your intelligences that you have as a in your humanoid form. So it's up to you if you do actually want to attack them. If you want to, fine, but that's what you see.
Okay, if I can perceive that they're not in combat and all that, then I won't attack.
No, there is no tension down here that you would expect to find on a face-off or in combat. There's no frantic movement. They're all just stood about. So.
Okay, and when I come down there, do they react any differently when they see me?
The little one clutches his club that much closer to his chest, or rather say her chest, and she looks a little bit more frightened when she sees you. And the bigger one, no real change, but they appear to be talking to the two people who can speak their language, so they're hoping that their pet, i.e. you, can be kept on a leash. That's the sort of feeling you're getting.
Okay, so back to everybody going back to the room and inspecting stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we all just kind of turn around, and go
Yep.
back out.
But since I can't really pick up anything, I'm gonna go back to where Rain is, since it
Yep.
seems like he's kind of been alone there. I don't know if he's moved or not, so I'm gonna go back and see how he's doing.
Rain.
I do want to move. Can I do a stealth check and try and stealth down this corridor to the left?
Yep. Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice. Okay, you see that it carries on straight ahead and opens up to the left-hand side. The dust is coming from the left. Okay. And yeah, what you see ahead of you, if you can see that, is a shit ton of rubble.
Yeah.
Fresh. Yeah. That's clearly that sound you just heard.
I just see that's a dead end and move back out this way.
Okay.
Do I see that where I am? Obviously, I see it now, but I don't know if my coder does.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
What do I perceive it to be?
That.
That great big thing.
That looks like a rug on the floor.
Oh, it's the rug, is it? And what's
Yeah.
this?
That looks like a lizard man. And so does that.
Oh, I didn't even... Okay, do I have... Because I'm stealthing, do I have advantage or anything on an attack?
I'll just roll their perception to see if they see.
Okay,
And you don't have Draconic, do you, Rain?
no.
Okay, neither do I.
Okay. They appear to be talking to each other in this strange guttural language, and they don't appear to have seen you.
Okay, I'll attack the one... this one.
Okay. Yep, that's a hit. Nice. Okay, you catch him straight in the upper chest, and he doesn't go down, but he does stagger back, wondering where the hell this arrow has just come from, as blood just starts spurting out of the wound. He's still up, and he's still functioning, but you caught him a corker. And now we will have initiative, please, from the two of you. And when that starts, I will also get some information from the rest of you, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Wow, 20 and 17. Good work, guys.
Thanks, man. I worked really hard for it.
I can tell.
No luck
Do
at
we
all.
hear this from this room up here?
I'll come to you in a moment.
Alright, sorry.
That's all right. Okay, so Ferron, you get another arrow.
Yep, same again, same guy.
Same guy. That's a miss this
Do I
time.
still have advantage because he doesn't know where I am?
No, not anymore. You got advantage on that first shot, but not anymore. He's now acutely aware of where you were.
And
So is
I'll
that.
shift back so Anatsum could get by.
Yeah. And Atsum, you're still in tiger form?
Yeah, I'm still in tiger form. I'm going to run and charge the one on the right side, the one that's already been injured, and I will try and pounce and dig my claws into him.
Okay. Yeah. That's a miss. In fact, that's pretty much a fumble, but there you go. Okay. You swipe at him, but he reels away from you. My go. Nice. Okay, and that's him. You have been hit for 7 points of damage. As he swings this club down, just as you pounce in front of him, he swings this club up underneath your chin and cracks you massively right under the chin. More by luck than judgment, it looks like. He flailed a little bit at you, and it just so happened that you moved into the flail. But 7 points of damage. And the other guy also has a club, and he's going to go for you as well, because he doesn't have any other range weapon. What AC are you?
My AC is, hold on,
Form?
12.
12. Okay, you can hit for 9 points of damage. What are you on?
I have 16 HP now.
Okay. Right, now that that's all happened, back to the three of you, you do hear the sounds of combat coming from further into the tunnel.
Can I full on sprint down the tunnel? Like, just run as fast as I can towards the combat?
You can, and it doubles your move, so your move will be 60. So to there.
Yeah, I can make that to about there.
That's a dash move for you, basically.
Yeah.
And it's coming from straight ahead of you, straight down that tunnel. Right, Flint.
Well, we did say that we weren't going to hurt any more of their people, so I assume that Delgar is going to go and relay that information. And I'm just going to continue inspecting what happened here. So,
Okay.
yeah, these bodies, these 4 that are here.
Okay. Just to let you know, Griffin, that in order for you to be in range to do anything, you're going to need to spend your entire next action also doing a dash maneuver as well, which will take you pretty much down to in view of everything else. If you just use a normal action, you won't get there. Just for reference.
Yeah. Also, with a would I like from a dash? Would I be able to even speak after that, or is that just like I've just gotten there and then they're gonna keep fighting again?
You can kind of say a couple of words, but you can't do anything more than that.
So like, sorry,
No,
but
go
would I
on.
be able to just run down there and yell stop in like both languages?
Yeah,
Right, but that's like the extent of what I could do, basically.
pretty much.
Okay.
Basically, what you can do, the sort of things that you can do in tandem with your movement and your action. There's a really, really good list on, what page is it? 190, which is, and I'll tell you this, it's interacting with objects around you. Here are a few examples of the sorts of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action. You can draw and sheathe a sword, open or close a door, withdraw a potion from your backpack, pick up a dropped axe, take a bauble from a table, remove a ring from your finger, stuff some food into your mouth, plant a banner in the ground, fish a few coins from your belt pouch, drink all the ale in a flagon, throw a lever or a switch, pull a torch from a sconce, take a book from a shelf that you can reach, extinguish a small flame, don a mask, pull the hood of your cloak up and over your head, put your ear to a door, kick a small stone, turn a key in a lock, tap the floor with a 10-foot pole, hand an item to another character.
Is that all alongside with sprinting, or is that just regular movement?
That's with your movement and action, and your action for the turn is a dash. So yes, these are things that you can do in relation to your action and movement for the turn. So you can speak a couple of words, but that's about it. So stop in both languages would be fine. But anyway, we're now back to the top again. Ferron.
I'll move up
Right.
to here.
Anatsun has taken a couple of nasty wounds.
Yeah, well, am I able to like see round him to get a clear shot? Because he's obviously a tiger, can I just like shoot over him?
There's +2 to hit, but you can hit either one of those.
Yeah, I'll go for the one we've been attacking.
Yeah. Yeah. Dead. You plug him straight between the eyes. Okay, now that you're here, both of you can hear the sounds of more lizard men from within the room, but the sounds are a lot more high-pitched. Anatsun.
I will. I do hear the sounds, but I also know we've taken down this lizard man's comrade, and um, I don't. Is it a female or male lizard man that's left standing?
They're both female.
Okay, and this female looks like she's ready to attack me. So before I take any damage, I'm going to bite her.
Okay. An 8 is a miss. You go for a bite, and the creature just deftly moves out of the way. Quite dexterous. Kind of uses its tail as a third leg sort of thing and just moves slightly out of the way. And it's now going to have another go at you. I think that's probably a hit, isn't it?
Yep.
5 points of damage. Clubs you round the side of the head, makes your ears ring a little bit. It's all the while is shouting something at you in this language, but you can't understand it. And I would say, Griffin, that you could understand it, even though... Oh, you are back. I would say that, Griffin, you would be able to understand what the lizard folk were shouting if only there wasn't the sounds of frenzied combat going on and a tiger snarling as well, and the echo. If you were right up there, you could probably understand it, but at the moment you can't. Just for reference. Right, now,
Okay.
now it is your go, Delgar.
Right, well, I'll do what I was going to do anyway.
Yep.
Where are they exactly? I don't actually know where they are. Alright, and then, on top of that, shouted stop in both languages.
Okay. Right, there is, for Anatsum and Ferron's reference, you do hear stop come through in common from Griffin, who has appeared behind you. Ferron, what are you doing?
I look round to see it's Delgar that shouted stop, but we're in combat. I'm just going to keep attacking.
Okay, please roll it. 11, not good enough. You fire an arrow, and it just falls short or falls wide of the creature as he's jockeying for position with this ferocious tiger in front of him, or her, I should say. Griffin, Ferron does look round at you, but carries on firing. Anatsum.
Well, what is the lizard woman? She's still in a combat stance, ready to attack. Is she?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just killed one of her friends, so
Okay.
yeah.
So I don't think stopping is really an option at this point. So I'm gonna try and bite.
Okay. 9 is not good enough. Sabin, just out of reference, are you still up on the bodies?
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back to you in a mo. Right, there's only one lizard folk left now, and it's going to be you again, and that's, I'm afraid, because you're this big tiger right in front of it, and it doesn't have any ranged weapons with it. It swings wildly at you, probably more in panic than anything else, and it goes wide. We're now actually, I'll put you at the very end, Griff, so it's now your go.
Right now.
Indeed.
Right, can I run to stand in between both of them? Like, about there, and then hold both... What the fuck? There, and hold both my hands up and yell stop again, in both languages?
You can run into combat and try and do that, yes. Sort of run past Ferron and shout stop. Yeah.
Can he get past us? Because that's one of the reasons I didn't get past Anatsum to begin with, was because I thought that corridor was too small for us to get past.
Well, He's just barging past you, whereas you were trying to combat maneuver past
Okay,
and
that's
not
fine.
try to barge past. And if you had barged past, you may have upset Anatsum's combat. So I'm figuring that's what you didn't do. But Delgar is just pushing people out of the way and going for it. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, there's nothing nice about it.
Yeah. Okay. Farron, it is back to you again, though. Griffin has just done that.
With him barging Anatsum, has he barged him out the way so that I could walk past?
You could probably get past now, yes.
Then I move to here and fire another arrow.
Into the creature?
Yep.
That's a hit. Okay. Fire an arrow into its back, pretty much, or the side. It's trying to turn to focus on two of you, but it can't because you're on either side. Well, in fact, there's three of you now. Anatsum.
I will bite. I see what Delgar is trying to do, but at this point, there's really nothing else to do, because if we don't attack, we will be attacked. At least that's what I'm sensing.
Right.
So I will go in and try and bite again.
Okay, that's a hit. For 6 points damage. Right, this one goes down.
When the combat's over, I look at Delgar and I'm just like, what the hell are you doing?
These are fucking peaceful people. They didn't want to do anything with this. They just got invaded. What the fuck is wrong with you? I jumped in the way and you're still fucking attacking them, right? I know you were in combat, but Jesus Christ. I threw my life in the middle of that and you're just going to keep firing arrows.
They're attacking us. There's nothing we can do to stop them mid-combat. They're not going to stop. All we're going to do is want to get one of us killed if we try and stop and negotiate with them when they're swinging at us like that. They attacked us first, not the other way around. I'm not sympathetic towards them at all.
Whatever. Guess I just turn my back and walk out of the way.
I'll just kind of look up and shrug my shoulders as a tiger. Not much I can say.
Sabin.
Yeah.
I've left you for a while, so you've had a bit of time to look through the bodies. The combat is over, by the way, but you're still searching the bodies. You've got quite a few to go through here. And on all of the human bodies, the first thing you notice is that they're all wearing identical armor underneath. Well, in fact, they've shed the clothing now, so they're all wearing identical armor. They all have an indentation on their right hand on the same finger where a ring was, but that ring is no longer there. They have no other jewelry on them. They have no other pouches. They have nothing on them whatsoever, apart from each one has an identical scabbard with an identically crafted sword in. Well, I won't say identical. It's obviously done by the same smith at the same time, so they all follow a very, very similar pattern. But there are obvious differences in them, as you would expect. But that's what they have on them. Nothing else. The lizard men, you find a couple of lizard men bodies, and one of them has a pouch of money that it's very, very grubby, silver and copper pieces, very, very dirty, needs a damn good wash for a start. And in that pouch there's also a very old human ear that appears to have been nibbled on, got a bite taken out of it, but it's very old, very, very old. And probably a lot of the money is covered in the blood from that, but it's just got old and mushy and horrible and quite unpleasant.
Right.
But without pouring it out and counting it, you don't know exactly how much it is. It's probably slightly smaller than the size of a normal human fist worth of money.
Okay, yeah, I'll just keep the pouch.
Okay. Now, the table that you've got off to the side, there is blacksmithing equipment on it, and there is a blacksmith's forge. It's all very, very crude and very rudimentary, and nothing particularly worthwhile on there. Next to that, there are some skeletons, animals. One of the bodies, by the way, looks like it's been decapitated. One of the human bodies looks like it's been decapitated, and the head is lying on the floor about 2 or 3 feet away from it.
But we didn't notice any of these creatures wielding a bladed weapon of any kind, right?
No, that's correct. They're all wielding clubs.
Okay, and it looks like he was decapitated. Like it looks like a clean cut, or
Yeah,
like it was torn off. Okay.
No, very, very clean cut.
Hmm.
So a lot of
Alright.
strength with a good blade.
Okay. So if that's all I've noticed, then my question is going to be: the human bodies, do they have long swords?
Yes, all of them.
All right. I'm gonna take 2 more long swords just so that way I have a total of 3
Yep.
from these guys, and I can use them kind of as evidence that someone has made them.
Sure. That's fine.
All right. So then, with that, I guess I'll look around to see if maybe the rings of these people fell off.
No, there is no way the rings could fall off. I mean, you're absolutely positive about that because the indentations on the fingers are relatively deep, so the rings would have had to have been pulled off with some force.
Huh. Okay. And those other lizard folk that we had encountered behind the table, they said that they were hiding there. Is that correct? That
That's
they'd been
correct.
hiding there since the beginning of the fight. Okay. Well, then it won't matter. Okay. Yeah, let's just follow the trail of carnage back, I guess.
Okay. So you're going to go and join the other guys?
No. I mean, like go back from where we came, because there were bodies along the way, and I want to make sure that all of these Zentarum people have their rings missing, because if they
Okay.
do, that's really quite weird.
Okay. You go back and check the rest of the bodies, and yes, they all have their rings missing, and they all have that indentation on the same finger where a ring was.
Okay. And they all have nothing of particular value. It's just the swords.
That's correct.
All right. And the other lizard folk that have fallen, they also don't have anything of particular value.
Apart from the one that had the pouch of money on him and the shaman who had the spell components, the others have around them clubs and there are javelins nearby. One of them has a pouch that has some kind of food in inverted commas inside it, but whatever it is, you don't really want to test it. And it looks, none of them are wearing armor, and it looks like they're wearing the sort of stuff that you would expect to wear if you were at home and this sort of animal. So there's no armor, there's nothing martial and military about what they're wearing. Obviously they have their weapons, but they're probably kept somewhere easy to grab. Apart from that, there's no real need for them to wear pouches and bags and that because they're at home effectively.
Okay. So I think we went this way. In this room with these barrels and such, was there anything of particular value there?
a lot of the barrels are closed, a couple of them are sealed, and some of all of the sacks are on top of the table are bulging with whatever they have inside them, and it looks like one of those circles is a wax-covered wheel of cheese.
Oh, I want that.
Intact.
The barrels, do they look like they're like crafted by like a professional woodworker, or more crude, like for lizard folk creation?
No, they look well crafted.
Okay, yeah, I'll start opening up some of the barrels and just see what's inside.
Okay, well, the little barrels have wine in them, fresh wine.
Okay.
The bigger barrel at the back, that one has water in it, fresh water.
All right, yeah. I'll just refill my water skin, and then I'll I'll taste a couple of the small barrels of wine and just find one that like seems like it's a particularly good make, and snag that if you don't mind.
Okay, what, the whole barrel?
Well, you said it was small, so I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
not terribly big.
It's
Is it possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be heavy. Don't get me wrong. It's going to weigh about 4 or 5 stone. It's probably 18 inches tall by about a foot wide.
Okay. Unfortunately, I live in America, so I'm not familiar with the measurement of stone. Is it possible to turn that into like a metric, like kilograms or something like that?
It's probably going to weigh.
How many stone did you say?
It's about
3 or 4, I think you said.
about 30 kilos.
30 kilos. Okay. That's pretty heavy, yeah. Well, shit. Yeah, I don't have any bottles on me. Well darn. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll have to leave it. Oh well. Yeah, and then I'll just continue heading back.
Okay. Right, rest you guys.
Can I inspect this body over where I am? I've left that one room where we had combat, and in
Sure.
this junction, there seems to be a body on the floor.
Yeah, it's another one of the guards, and it's identical in clothing and items carried to the ones I've described for Sabin.
Okay, on a side note, for druids, I know I have a separate HP pool, but if I that doesn't affect my human form. If I transform back into human form and then later back into the beast, does it reset my HP, or do I start
Yeah.
off with? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I would suggest is just using, so there's the 3 different bars, the red, green, and blue. Just like pick one of those to be your beast form health and one to be your character health. That way it's easy to remember.
Yeah. Good idea, actually.
Red, green, and blue. What do you mean?
You're like different bars, like when you go in and edit your character. Like green is typically for health, and then blue I use for like spell slots or whatever, just some way to remember things. Like in the Roll20, it's like your little 3 colored ball things when you click your character.
Yeah, if you single
I
click on your
see.
token,
Okay.
and if you double click on your token, you go into the edit menu,
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
or you can click the little wheel icon. Okay. Right, so Ferron, Falstag, and Delgar, what are you guys doing?
Can I
We'll
take
talk
a
to-
quick glance at the table just to see if there's anything of interest? Just like, I'm not like scouring it or anything, but just like a quick look over.
Okay. Well, the first thing you notice is that also in this room, in the 3 little alcoves in the south, the one that's in the west wall, the southern one, and the bigger one with a black round it in the southeast, there are lots of lizard folk young there. There's about 12. And they're all kind of huddled together.
Wait, I'm not seeing this. Can you ping where you're talking about? Oh, okay.
In those three. On the table, there are crude plates and food and things like that. And it looks like the rug has been made of a lot of goat skins that have been sewn together crudely.
How many young?
There's about a dozen.
Okay, well I'll just leave them. I'm not really interested in killing children.
Okay. Griffin.
Right. I leave. Can I make my way back to the big room? Well, the one that it was the 3 big lizards, or the 1 big lizard and the other 2.
Right.
But yeah, as it stands, I've just kind of left the room, so we'll go from there.
Okay, and Atsum?
I will. Did anybody find anything of interest in that room with the rug and the round table, or was it just kind of like food and casual stuff you'd find at like a dinner table?
Nothing of interest, just children.
Okay, so I will move on ahead and turn left to the part that we haven't been to.
Okay. Right. Well, both Flint and Atsum, you can kind of see each other from either end of the corridor.
So, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to act. I'll do something. Just let me know.
Yeah, you can.
All right. So I'll kind of whistle over to him and be like, "Hey, over here. You didn't get any combat, did you? No more hostiles."
No. Didn't. I looked down at the ground, rather troubled.
Okay. You're not with them, Griffin, but yeah, sure.
Am I? Sorry, That's my bad. Completely my bad. I don't know why I thought I was there. Right.
That's fine.
Forget I said anything.
But you can move up if you wish. Same with you, Falstag.
Oh, which way? I don't want to like go places that I'm not supposed to go. Straight north.
They're going up there.
So, has Griffin? So are we gonna assume Griffin's come up here and said that before, like I say something back?
Griffin, you can be there if you wish. If you.
Yeah, no,
I got confused.
I didn't realize that I wasn't there, but yeah, no, I would have said that anyway.
Okay, well then I just like assume there's a reason he said that, and just don't say anything. Can I make a stealth check and try and stealth around this corner?
Yes.
Roll 20's being very slow, I think.
Yeah, I've been like that from you all evening, actually. Okay, 15. Yep, not a problem. Okay, so what you've got ahead of you looks like a bookcase that has been pushed into the into the mouth of the alleyway there.
Do I see what's beyond?
There's no light coming from beyond, but you're fairly sure you can hear noises, creatures.
Can I come up and take cover behind the bookshelf and use my perception to try and see him?
Yeah, all right. That's fine. You think there's a couple of lizard folk hiding back there, but they're trying to be quiet.
Do I see if they're unarmed or if they're armed?
You can't see, but you can see the head of one of them poking up above some kind of table or something, looking in your direction. But all you see is the head. You don't know whether he's armed or not.
Do I see if he's looking at me?
He's definitely looking in your direction. I mean, you're using dark vision, so everything is just black and white to you. But then effectively, so's he. So you're fairly sure that you're looking at him and he's looking at you. And you believe there's another one because he's talking in this guttural language to somebody down to his right, because he keeps glancing down in that direction. Right, rest you guys.
Just keep going further back to where we were.
Okay. Griff, what's Durgar doing?
Yeah, same thing.
You're going to go with Sabin? Or...
Yeah.
You're going with... Hang on, you're going with Sabin, or are you going...
Run this corner. Yeah, with the rest of them.
Right. Falstag.
Yep, I was waiting with, listening with Rain, or trying to keep an eye on what Rain was doing.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that he's ninged up behind this bookcase that's been shoved in the way and has hunkered down and is looking over the top with his bow drawn.
Do I see how many there are? Do I see two of them?
Well, you can only see one of them, and that's the one that has his head poked up. But you know that there's at least one more down to his right, because he keeps glancing down that way and talking down in that direction. So there's at least two of them.
Okay, as they turn the corner, I just whisper to them, "Psst, there's at least two."
I nod.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything? If not, I'm going to let loose an arrow.
Can I swiftly come up beside him and tell him to withdraw his bow?
If you wish.
Pull back your bow. We're not just going into this blind again.
No, like even if I don't attack, my bow's not like moving off them. I'm constantly going to have it aimed at them.
Right. Well, if you're gonna do that, you keep your bow on them. You stay out of sight. I'm going over, or through, or whatever. Can I just kind of make my way in?
You want to clamber over?
Yeah.
Let's have an athletics roll for me, please. It's not difficult, but it just shows how dexterous you do and how much noise you make, effectively.
Right. 1 second. You said athletics?
Yes, please.
Can I use acrobatics or just athletics?
This is more of an athletics roll.
Okay. Right.
Blimey. Okay,
Face first.
You face plant, yeah.
Right. But I'm over.
You're not. You're really not over.
Oh,
Not with a 1. Sorry, mate. That was... what they've done is they've got this bookcase and they've piled up stuff around it, and you just misjudged something and fell flat on your face. And you hear some noises from behind there, as well as they're clearly watching what's going on.
I take it we're all aware that he just like failed, and we don't think that he was attacked or so.
No. Yes, you're right next to him. You watched him spaz out and fall arse over tear. Yes.
I just look at him like shake my head like disappointed.
What are you doing? Okay. Quickly go back to Sabin. Is there anything you're doing up there, sir?
So I want to examine like this little alcove here. That I mean, clearly this used to be like a masoned wall. At least that's what it would seem like to me. I don't imagine that a church of whatever type this is would have a tunnel just like built into one of the little coves.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of examine it and see if I can figure out how this tunnel came to be. Was it, busted in from the outside or from the inside of like the church?
It was busted in from the outside of the church, so the tunnel came into the church rather than a tunnel was dug out of the church.
Okay. Interesting. All right. And then as I recall, there was supposed to be a door over here of some kind. Is that correct? All right. Is the door open or is it closed?
It's shut, and it's a big iron door, and it has a couple of crossed battle axes on the front of it.
All right. So I guess I'll inspect it to see if there's any traps or anything like that on it.
Okay, let's have a sleight hand roll. Actually, a perception roll would be better, wouldn't it, really? Think about it.
All right.
20. No, you're positive there are no traps on this door. You search through the lock, which you can see into the lock. It's obviously quite a big key that was used in this. And you look all around, and it's old and decrepit, and it hasn't opened in a while, and you're pretty sure that there are no traps in it.
All right. I guess try open the door.
The door moves slightly, but it scrapes against the floor. Obviously, you're going to need a lot of weight behind this door in order to open it.
Okay. If it moves a little bit, is it now ajar? Could I like kind of see what's on the other side?
No, it hasn't moved enough to get past the door jamb. It's obviously a very, very thick door. It's only moved a couple of centimetres, and it is going to be a thick door anyway, but there is something stopping it. It's grinding on the floor.
Okay. Well, I don't have a crowbar or anything like that, so yeah, I'll have to wait.
Okay. The flames behind you have died down. They're still there, but they've died down a lot. They're just flickering on the floor now.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head back over this direction.
Okay. Right, rest of you guys, back to you.
Don't take it I could attempt to crawl back over.
Yeah, you can have another go. Yeah, things like this you can have another go at, that's fine.
Right, let's hope I don't go and break my face again. Fingers crossed.
Have we we can see there's people on the other side, can't we?
Yeah, you've all got dark vision, yes you can.
Okay. Nobody's tried to talk with them yet?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get over to talk to them.
Okay.
But the first time I face planted, so
The one that's got his head poked over, when you try to get over, becomes slightly more agitated.
Can I ready an attack if they like make any like reach for any weapon whatsoever? I just want to like straight away unleash an arrow.
Okay. Yeah, so you're basically aiming up, ready to fire.
Yep. I'm just giving Delgar a chance to, in my mind, make a fool of himself.
Okay.
thanks for that. So I presume I'm over now.
You are. The one that's got his head over says, in Draconic at you. No, don't come over. Don't come over. Leave. Just leave. Leave. The rest of you obviously don't understand that.
Right. Listen. We found another 2 lizard, a really big one, and a little one. I think she was a female. We talked to them. We explained to them it was all just a big misunderstanding. We've been trying to get out of here. We were following the left wall. But then a couple of these guys here, they decided to just wander off. We just wanted to get out of here. We don't mean you any harm.
Then leave. Go. You've invaded our house. Just leave.
Can I gesture back to Farron just to leave? Or kind of gesture my hand, like
you gesture your hand. You gesture a shooing motion at Farron, I'm guessing.
Yes, basically.
Sure.
I just completely dismissed that.
All right. Can we still talk over this thing in between us, or can we still communicate, me and Farron?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I turned to him. Right. We just need to leave. These guys don't want anything to do with this. As far as they understand, we've just come in here and killed everyone, right? They just want us gone. They want to protect the young. That's it. We got to leave them. They're not being aggressive, right? I can understand them just fine. They don't want anything to do with this. They just want us to leave and get out and let them get on with their lives. And we have no reason to fuck that up.
They were aggressive towards us. Can you ask them why they were aggressive towards us?
Yeah, I have a spear wound on my shoulder. That was the first thing that happened, was they attacked us.
I don't buy this whole, just leave, we don't want any trouble, because they attacked us first. We didn't attack them.
To the turning around. Right. In Draconic, obviously. I want to leave, but my friends here, they don't quite want to, because one of our friends was attacked. The minute we came here, one of your men threw a spear. Can you explain what happened?
No, you attacked us first. You turned up. You came into our place. There were loads of you in armor. You attacked us first. You have killed our women and our children. Now leave. He's starting to get angry, this one. All of you can tell that. I mean, you can't understand what he's saying, apart from Griffin, but you know he's getting angry.
Has he reached for anything yet? Any weapon or anything?
Has he said it again?
Has he reached for any weapon or anything yet?
No, not that you can see.
Okay.
Right, I know this is kind of scummy. None of them can understand Draconic, right?
Apart from Sabin, I believe. Well, that you're aware of.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure you know whether Sabin can understand it either, can you? Do you?
Well, I was speaking it, so I imagine he...
Ah, right, okay. Yes, of course, then, yes.
Right, so no one out of these 3 can speak Draconic, as far as
you are aware.
Right.
It's not spoken.
Alright, guys, listen, okay? He just told me that the reason that we were attacked is because a group of other men came through and we were mistaken for being part of them by coming through that portal, right? They didn't mean to be aggressive, but they got attacked first. Right? We just stepped in at the wrong time. We can leave. He's getting agitated. We don't need to start a fight. There's no reason to have a chance of being injured again. We can just leave this and be done with it. There's no reason to continue to fight. It's all a misunderstanding. They got attacked first. We came here looking for the other men, right? These guys are just caught in the crossfire. We don't need to include them. We can leave, spare the bloodshed, and go find the men we want. We're just wasting time staying here.
They need to show us out. They need to physically show us the way out.
I turn back to them. Is there any chance either of you would be willing, both of you, either way, to escort us out of here? These guys want to get out safely. I've explained to them the situation. They don't want to continue to fight. We've came here looking for someone else, not you. We just need to get out of here. That is all.
We are not leaving this room. Where we are safe. Go, turn round, take the first right, then the first left. That will lead you to the outside.
Right. Okay.
It's not
Thank
far.
you.
The first right, then the first left. Now go, please, I implore you.
Okay, I promise you I will get them to leave this room. I turn back. Right, okay. Fairly, they don't want to leave. That's understandable. But, quick question. Rain and I think it was Anatsum. Do they have any knowledge of what happened in the other room with the other two lizard people?
I don't know.
Right, okay.
I don't think either of them do, no, because you were the first person to arrive from that scuffle and you didn't say anything, so no.
Right. Okay, listen. When I came barging through down there to get in the way of you, it's because I'd got information from another two pair of lizard people who were holed up in a corner behind a table. Falstag was there. You couldn't understand them. But what happened is they just wanted us to leave, same as these guys. They gave us the exact same directions. They told us just to follow the left wall to get out. These guys are telling us to go up, take a right, and take the furthest left. Exact same directions. We can leave. They're not willing to give an escort. It makes sense. Once again, we don't need to continue for bloodshed. We can
can't
just
get out
leave.
That way. A landslide's covered the tunnel from those directions. We need another way.
Right. Turning back. Okay, listen. Not trying to agitate you here.
We're
my
getting
friend is just-
agitated.
Right.
What?
Listen.
Why haven't you left?
We want to leave, but it's caved in. That exit is caved in. Is there any other way out of here aside from that exit? Because that exit is caved in. There's been a landslide. We can't get out. As far as we know, you can't get out either. Is there any other way out of here?
No. That is our only way in and out of this cave system. We can't get through the door that's in the temple. That's the only way in and out.
Right, I turn back to Farron. That's the only knowledge of a path they have out of here. The only other door or anything that leads out of this system, this cave system, is that door with the axes on it. I think it was axes, you said?
Yeah.
That's the only way we're getting out of here. That's the only chance we have of getting out of here. We can't go back through the portal. We'll just get caught by guards even if we make it through, and that's not guaranteed we even could. The only way we're getting out of here is through that door. We owe it to them to leave them. They've been through enough.
We don't owe them anything. They attacked us, not the other way around.
Right, okay, maybe we don't owe them then. But there's no point in having a chance that any of us die here. Right? They're willing to leave us alone now. There's no point in continuing combat. We can just leave and be done with it. Right? You came here. We all came here. One to escape. But we're also looking for the bastards who threw our boat out of the fucking way and nearly got us killed. We're not here to fight them. They got caught in the crossfire. We can just leave. Be done with it. No more bloodshed. No more injury. We can just leave.
Yeah, I am totally on board with just getting out of this cave and leaving, but I don't see a way out.
Yeah, do they know of a way to open that door? Because it didn't look openable to us.
Well, I don't think, did we even try and open the door? I think Falstaff just saw the door and then we left, didn't he?
I tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge for me.
Right.
I mean, it opened a little bit, but then that's about it.
Okay, turn back to the lizard people. Right. This is my last question, and then I promise you we will leave.
No, you go now. No more questions. Leave now. For the rest of you, he's starting to get quite a bit angrier now.
We can't leave unless you tell me this. Is that for as long as you've been in this cave, do you have any knowledge of anyone ever passing through that door, any
No.
items that came from that room? Nothing. You can guarantee me nothing came from that room.
The door is sealed with magic.
Right.
We don't know how to open it. Our shaman is somewhere else in this complex. You've probably killed him.
Right. We are leaving now, I promise. Goodbye. We are sorry for everything that's happened here. Turning back to Farron. Right, we need to leave. This guy is getting extremely agitated. I can't talk to him anymore. He's just going to get pissed off. This is going to end in bloodshed. We can avoid it. Right? He said something about the shaman possibly knowing how to do it. He's dead, but he had equipment on him that I thought was possibly for mundane tasks. I can go retrieve the gear. We can go back to the door, and I can try and see if I can open it. Standing here killing is not going to change anything. We can leave and not have to have any bloodshed.
We it's no good. Us not having a way out. We need to know how to open that door, even if they say they don't. Like, they can't possibly think. They can't possibly expect us to believe they've only one way in and out of this tunnel system.
Look at how primitive they live. Right? They had a shaman. There's nothing in here that would suggest that they know much to do with magic. What we found on that shaman was very mundane stuff. Right?
How do they know it's magically sealed if they have such limited knowledge of magic? If they have like next to no knowledge of magic, how do they know there's magic blocking there?
For all we know, they tried to open it, and that's all they could come to a conclusion of. Standing here, right, it's beside the point. Standing here and threatening them is not going to get us anywhere. If they die, that's it. We're done. I mean, it solves absolutely nothing.
I don't think they're being truthful.
Well,
Why
put it
are
this
you
way.
still here?
I'm sorry.
Climb back over. Go away.
Okay, I'm going back over. Can I climb back over? Do you want me to make a roll for it, or?
No, you can clamber. It's a lot easier to clamber back over from this side. Most of the crap was on the other side.
Can I gesture like a chewing motion to Falstaff as in like kind of go back around the corner?
You can. Whether he does or not, it's up to him.
Yep.
I'm just going to go back to Sabin for a moment because I haven't acknowledged this chap for a while. Sabin.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go into this room here where apparently Natson is now. I don't know when he got here, but yeah. And I see that there is supposed to be a lizard person there. Does he look hostile or?
You can see two.
Okay. Oh, so
One there, one there. And they both have javelins, but they're not throwing them at you. They're yes, they look hostile, but they're not attacking you. They appear to be waiting to see what you do.
Okay, so I'll put my hands up, empty of course, and I'll say,
You're saying?
You just stop speaking, or is that just me?
I don't know. I don't know if your mic cut out then.
Oh right, yeah, I did. I'll say, excuse me, I'm trying to find the people that killed your people.
You are with them, no? He says. You're speaking in Draconic, obviously.
Yes. I say, no, I'm not actually. You can tell I don't have the ring, and I'll motion to the finger with where the ring should be if I had it, and I don't.
Right. Turn round and go to your right, he says, gesturing off to well, back the way you came, sort of thing, and then go left.
User joined your channel.
This will take you away and out.
Actually, I'm wanting to find the people with the rings.
They're not in here.
That's true. You're right.
Then I don't know
but
where they are.
Did you see
We're
them come
guarding
in?
this room. They never came into this room.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's very fortunate.
Well, fortunate for you, unfortunate for me, trying to find the people who have murdered your people. Also, I've noticed that a great deal of their rings are missing. Did you happen to pick them up?
No, we haven't left this room. We're not going to leave this room until the threat's gone. But we will fight if necessary.
Right. Of course. Out of curiosity, do you have anything useful for trade?
We're not really in a trading mood right now.
No, of course. Sorry. Terribly rude of me. Right, well, I'll leave you to it. Do you know if perhaps there's anyone else about that may have potentially seen any of the men coming in?
There is just us. This is our home.
Right, I meant in the other rooms. Like, are there any other rooms where people might have had a good vantage point to see the men as they emerged from, well, wherever they emerged from?
No. There is no one else here who will be able to help you. What you must do now is leave our home. That is all you must do. That is the first thing you must do, and you must do it now without doing anything else.
Right, okay. I think I know a way to get out, but I require an item. Do you happen to have a metal bar?
Take whatever you need from any of the tables outside. Just leave.
Okay, so with that, I will look around for a metal bar.
If you go back to the forge, you're fairly sure you're going to find something in the forge. Because that's where you were earlier.
Alright, yep, let's go there.
Okay. And what's an Atom doing up there?
I am following Sabin.
Okay. Right. Back to Griffin, Ferron, and Falstag. What are you guys doing?
Well, I gestured to Falstag, so from there.
Yeah, from that point onwards.
I asked Griffin to tell them that we left their children alive. And for that, is there anything they can possibly do for us to help us get out? We've unharmed their children.
I can't go back over. It's just gonna start a fight. There's nothing I can do. I can't talk to him. He wants us out of here.
Can you not
Well, you
raise
can-
your voice a little?
You can talk over the bookcase.
Oh, I hope we don't all die from this. Right. Well, I guess I shout over. Can you still hear me?
Yes. What now?
My friend here is rather stubborn, to say the least.
What does he want?
He wants to barter. Listen,
We are not in a trading mood. You
We're
have
not
killed
trading.
us. What do you want?
We're not trading. We left you young alive. They're in the other room. We found them. They're fine. He wants to know. He doesn't entirely believe you're telling the truth. Is there anything you know about that? Anything you haven't said that you know about that door? Anything?
I don't give a flying fuck whether he thinks I'm telling the truth or not. You and all the men that have come with you have come into our home, you have murdered and butchered us, and now you're trying to hold us for ransom by saying you've left our children alive. If you do not leave this room now, I will plug you full of arrows. Now leave! And yes, for the rest of you, you can hear he's furious, this guy now.
Has he reached for his weapon yet?
Yeah, I am like hearing the heightened tones, and I am like ready to fight. Like,
I mean, you can't see what he's doing from his head downwards because he's just poking his head over the top. But there is something going on under the table for sure. He or the guy next to him or whatever, however many people that are there out of view, there's something going on underneath. But what they're doing, you have no idea.
Has Griffin relayed that translation to us?
He's getting sorry. He's getting extremely pissed off. Just leave. For God's sake, just leave him. He's been through enough. They've been through enough. We can find a way out of here. We don't need them.
What did he say about the door?
He said he knows nothing. Nothing more. He's told me everything he knows.
What was he getting so pissy about?
I don't know. Maybe the chance that we tried to hold him for fucking ransom because we left his kids alive.
I'm not going to be guilt tripped by people that attacked us. They attacked us. I don't care what. Like, I have no sympathy for them.
Just leave. Just leave it. It's fine. We're not in combat. We don't need to be in combat. We can just leave it. They know nothing else.
What are they hiding underneath the table? Is there any way to do like a perception check to see what that is?
No, not a chance. No, you'd actually have to get behind the table they're hiding behind in order to see what they're doing. Which means clambering over the bookcase and then going into the room towards them and around the table, so no.
I get that Dalgar wants to leave, but
We need to find a
want
way
stay
in
around.
through that door, because that's...
Yeah, we can't just leave and then just like roam around endlessly. We need to find out.
well, my thing is like just talking with these guys is like I'm like, well, clearly we're not attacking these people, and we told them where their kids are, and they still seem to be quite hostile towards us. Like, I don't understand how they can't perceive us being different from the other armored people. Like, my guy's like in bear skins and like does not look armored at all. So I'm just beginning to question their intelligence.
I mean,
Bear in mind that he can't see all of you. All he saw was Griffin, and he can see part of Ferron. That's all he can see. So he can't see the rest of you at all.
I can see the two. I can see this guy here and this guy like clearly from where I'm standing.
we did manage to open the door a little bit, and that was just with one person. We haven't tried, like, everybody pushing.
Thank you.
Well, here's the thing. They're saying it's magic. If it's everybody pushing magic and it's magic, it's gonna make no difference whatsoever. Either they're lying, in which case
They're
we need to
not
find out
very
whether they're lying.
intelligent, so maybe they thought it was magic because they couldn't open it.
Right. How about
All
this?
of them. There's way more of them than there are us.
We'll compromise, okay? 2 of you stand back up behind the way so that they couldn't possibly leave this corridor, right? I'll go with 1 of you, possibly an Atsum or Falstag. We'll go back to the door. I'll see what I can do. And then if I can't do anything, I'll come back. You can make sure that no one leaves the corridor, but I'll go back and see if I can open the door.
Well, no, because for me, it's not an issue of them going and stabbing us in the back. They know something, and I want to know what it is. I don't believe for a second what they're saying.
I
We
guess
can
I urge Rain not to attack, but I also believe Rain is right. It's quite the pickle.
we can try and open the door. If it doesn't work, we can always resort to killing everyone.
I believe we have a potion. We have like an unknown bottle as well, right? That we found before we entered the portal.
Yeah, we did. We had that bottle of something or another. I'm pretty sure I have it. Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna back up into the cave and kind of do what.
And there's that murky liquid in the little fountain. We didn't inspect it, see if it had any magical properties. We just kind of glanced over that first room. So, who knows?
Sabin, you do find a rudimentary piece of iron that would work as a crowbar, just to let you know.
Alright, yeah. Well then, I guess the only thing to do next is to kind of just explore the rest of the place, see if there's any more of these Zentarum people, and make sure that their rings are gone.
And that one room where the two people were yelling at me and somebody, we didn't explore that room, so we got a room we haven't explored, and we haven't all tried opening the door, so there's still a lot of stuff we haven't done in this whole dungeon.
Right, fair. And everyone's left. I'm leaving as well. If you're staying, you're by yourself.
I'm staying.
Reluctantly,
I'm within earshot, but I'm
alright,
like
okay, I didn't actually know
backed
where
up.
you'd left, but just like, you're still here, but he's just down there and sitting by himself.
Yeah, if I hear someone holler, I will be able to run in.
Can I just kind of whisper or walk over to Falstaff and whisper, right, okay, listen, I think possibly he may be right. You just stay here just in case, but I'm gonna go see what I can find out about the door. Just make sure he doesn't get himself killed and all that good stuff.
Roger.
Right, Sabin, what are you doing? Whereabouts? I see where you are now. Which way are you going?
Can you see the ping?
Yep. Yeah, I see where
Alright,
you
so
are.
that's where I'm
Which way
at.
are you going? Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking at this body here. I'm assuming it's another human.
It is.
Alright, same deal as like the last ones. It's got just a sword and no ring.
Yeah, for all the human bodies that you come across are going to be exactly the same. All of them.
Okay.
There's still a pall of dust in the air that's coming from down this tunnel here.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. Dust means that something's been moving, so I will stealth.
Okay. Okay, you head down there. It looks like a very, very fresh landslide. There is tons upon tons upon tons of rubble and rock filling the corridor. Down there.
Alright. So I see blood here. Is there a body amongst the rubble?
There is, yeah, but it's mostly covered by the rubble now. It's another humanoid body.
Are his hands visible?
Yeah, his ring hand is visible. You can kind of remove some rubble out of the way and pull it out, and again, it's the same. No ring.
No ring. That's really strange. Alright. So, if Natsum's there, I'll say over to him. No ring. None of these people have their rings anymore. It's the oddest thing.
Okay, Rain, are you doing anything there, or are you just going to wait?
To be honest, I really do kind of want to attack, but I don't have much backup, obviously, and I'm not just going to do it on my own.
So you're just going to wait for the moment?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, he's still looking at you. I mean, he hasn't poked his head down. He's only showing his eyes upwards now, so you haven't got much of a target. But he's still looking at you, hasn't really moved away. Right, Sabin, that room there are 2 slaughtered lizard folk, and then there's about a dozen lizard children in the alcoves in the south of that room. And they're small children, not anywhere at the age where they pick up a weapon and get involved in fighting.
Right, okay. On the table, is there anything of interest?
No, it looks like very rudimentary plates, bowls, food, things like that. Nothing of much interest.
All right.
The room smells a little bit ripe in here, put it that way.
Okay. So, I will come in, hands raised, that kind of thing, and I'll ask the children, hello, sorry, I don't mean to bother you much. Not here to hurt you. Just want you to know that it's safe to go back to your parents. Also, quick question. Did you happen to see what happened here?
One of them, which is slightly taller and presumably older than the others. Most of them are clutching each other near you as you start talking to them. But this one steps forward a little bit and says, humans came in and butchered our mothers. And he gestures at the 2 lizard folk on the floor by your feet.
I say, terribly sorry. Did you happen to get a good look at them?
Yes. One.
Did they?
There was some kind of 4-legged animal and an elf with a bow.
4-legged animal, elf with a bow. Ah. I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Right, but,
Are you going to kill us?
No. Good heavens, no. I just wanted to let you know that, the way back should be safe. There's people waiting rather eagerly
User
for you.
left your channel.
I'm terribly sorry that you've had to go through such an ordeal.
And that's him. Are you still in tiger form?
Nah. I'll go back to human form so I can talk.
You're wandering all the way over to that part of the room.
Do I see anything?
Right, that's where all the lizard men children are.
Okay.
And if you're going over there, they're going to scream and move away from you. Right, they do scream.
Okay.
Those of you elsewhere in the dungeon, you hear the high-pitched screams of children. Not, lizard children, but the high-pitched screams, all of you.
Do the lizard men in front of me move at all? Or respond?
Yeah, they do. They stand up. There's 2 of them behind there, and they're not. He's not looking at you now. He's looking past you, the big guy, and he's got an axe in his hand.
Does he make any step towards me?
Yeah, he's coming round the table.
Okay, I'll fire him.
I thought you probably would. Okay, he's not actually looking at you. You miss. He looks shocked at you. Actually, he clearly didn't expect you to fire at him. We'll have to go to initiative now.
Who's all rolling for initiative?
So it's going to be, well, we'll say everybody for the moment, but we'll see what happens.
I think the Roll20 site might be really lagged right now.
Yeah, I rolled a while ago.
Oh,
What's
there it
the,
goes.
what do we roll for an initiative? Since the one in the thing's broken, is it just a D20 plus your modifier?
D20 plus Dex.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right, have I got to add anybody else on? Was that the right roll for you?
Delgar.
Oh yeah. And 2 for you, Delgar. Okay. Right, Sabin. There's lots of screaming from the children. They're frightened. I mean, this guy has come towards them and walked round the room. They've screamed and moved back away from him.
Right. So yeah, as they start screaming, I'll say, no, it's okay, it's okay. He's not gonna hurt you. He's not gonna hurt you.
Okay. Well, they're not competent, so there's no way they would pick up weapons and have a go at him. They're quite little, and they're the equivalent of the oldest one's probably the equivalent of maybe a 6-7-year-old human child, that sort of age, and the youngest is probably 2, effectively.
Wait, hang on, is an Axum
Alright.
with us here or with Sabin there?
And Natsum was he's moved. He was back with Sabin because he walked around the room.
Yeah, as soon as I hear the screeches, like they're pretty loud, aren't they? Like ridiculously loud.
They're loud, yeah. I mean, they echo around. They're loud and they're piercing.
Okay, so as soon as I hear the screams, I will run back to
Okay, well,
start.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on your initiative because you're on initiative 9 at the moment. So so that's what. Anything else you're doing, Sabin, on that initiative roll?
Well, I guess I would use persuasion probably to try to further calm them down.
You can give it a go, but there's going to be a penalty on that. No, that's not good enough, I'm afraid, because
Okay.
cross species. Your people have just killed their parents. They're not really that calm or liable to be calmer, but that's fine. Okay,
Alright.
my go. The lizard man in front of you, Rain, who wasn't actually going to go for you, is now going to go for you.
I've got cover from the bookshelf.
That's okay, because he's running at you and is going to hit you with a battle axe.
Over through a bookshelf?
Well, you're firing over the top of a bookshelf. He's hitting over the top of a bookshelf. So, it's Delgar climbed over it. If you had full cover for him not to hit you, then you wouldn't have been able to fire at him.
No,
Do you get me?
I thought I had like full half cover, so to say, and like peeking over the top of it.
Oh yeah. But you've got half cover, and he's going to have a go at you. But you have half cover. That's fine.
Okay.
Let's wait for roll 20. Come on. What's your AC?
15, that's a miss.
Okay, it's a miss. He wasn't going for you initially, but he's did that, and his second attack is a miss as well. Okay. The other one is going to cast the spell.
Knew nothing about magic. Knew it.
For 11 points of damage as 4 missiles, little greyish green missiles fly out of the air over the bookcase and slam into you. And now it's your go. How many hits you on?
I am on 9.
Okay.
So it's the little one that's casting, yeah?
Yeah.
I shift back to here and fire at the little one.
Okay.
Roll 20's being slow.
Okay. You hit. Okay. Right, the rest of you can now hear the sounds of combat. And that's them.
I will
Why am I not on here?
turn to a tiger.
Okay. Why are you not on where?
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I am. I just didn't see my icon for some reason. I got confused. Sorry, that's my bad.
Okay, you were turning into a tiger. Yeah.
Can I turn into a tiger and move, or would that take up my entire turn?
Let's have a look. You use your normal action to turn, so you still have your move action of 30 left this round, or your tiger's move action, whatever that is.
It's 40.
40. Okay, so you can move 40. To there. Yeah. Falstag.
Right. Falstag goes into a rage after seeing the missiles flying over and hitting Rain, and he's going to run and attempt to jump over the bookshelf. And do I need what kind of check do I need for that?
Athletics, please.
Okay. I believe I have when I'm raging, I believe I have advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good enough.
And I'm gonna make a quick, diagonal chop with my my war axe at this
At the little
guy on
one.
the right. Wait, how many? I only see 2. How many are there?
There's 2. There's a big one and a little one.
Yeah, the little one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, you roll
Roll
to
a
hit,
9.
and he he doesn't just move out of the way, he moves out of the way quite deftly.
I forgot to yell Tempest, that's why I missed. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah. Delgar.
Sorry, I'm still thinking over where the fuck I'm gonna go. So are they just up here, or are they back in that other room where they killed the other 2 when I dived in front of both of them?
Sorry, when you say they, you have to be a little bit more specific.
Sorry, Farron and I think it was Sabin? No, not Sabin. Banatsan.
Okay, well, whereabouts are you on the map?
Right up here.
That's where you are. Okay, so the sounds of combat's coming from around the corner, if that's what you're asking.
You know, but the screams, is that
No.
sound like it's coming from, where was it? It was like way down here or something?
Well, it's coming from back down this tunnel here,
Right, yeah, okay.
but it's only coming down that way, so you can't tell whereabouts from down there, but it's from down there.
Okay, well, fearing the worst, I guess I'm just gonna go around this corner here.
Okay, you can see that Falstag has engaged, has jumped over and is engaging them. He looks to be reasonably mad, and Ferron is just knocking another arrow into his bow.
Right, So I don't know if this would be a thing, but in his blood rage, say for example, I was to put both of them to sleep, would he like attempt to mutilate the corpses or?
Probably. It is rage, yes.
Fucking hell. Right. Well, I cast magic missiles.
At the lizard men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably the. Is the big one still standing upright?
Oh yeah, he's not scratched really. Well, he's not scratched
Right.
at all,
Well,
in fact.
fire it at him then.
Okay.
If anyone can remember the numbers, that'd be great. I think it's 3d6s?
3d4.
3d4.
3d4 plus 3, thank you.
Okay.
Both fired right at the big one.
Yeah, all three. It's three different little darts. Each one does 1d4 plus 1, and you can split them amongst the targets. So you do them all on this guy, so it's all 3 arrows hit him, 3d4 plus 3. So yeah, okay, for 13. He doesn't appear to be that bothered, but that's fine.
Right.
Sabin.
Yeah.
Back to you, sir.
So the children are still screaming and such, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I'll say don't. Once again, try to reassure them that nothing's gonna happen. Tell them that I'm not gonna hurt them. No one else is gonna hurt them. No harm's gonna come to them. That kind of thing. And that I'll protect them if I have to.
But you're not going to do anything else. You're just going to stay where you are.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll kind of turn around in a more stoic manner.
Okay. What? So face them or face away from them when you say turn around?
Kind of like face the entrance to the cave, so that way,
Right.
no one can come in.
Okay, cool. And is that all you want to do?
Yeah.
Right, my go. Right, the big lizard man is going to hit you, Falstack.
Roger. Does it miss? God, he hits hard.
Is that hit?
No, 10's miss.
Is a 14 a hit?
Well, that was your damage roll, I assume.
No, it wasn't. That was a...
Oh no, I have
hang
8,
on, sorry,
I have
no,
18 AC.
No, okay. For some reason I rolled 44. I don't know why I did that. That shouldn't have been that. It should have been this. There we go. Oh, that's a crit.
That is a hit.
Excellent. And that's a crit as well.
Yep.
Bear with me.
What?
Bear with me, Mo. Dull. Hang on. How many hits you on?
How many health do I have? I don't know. Did it hit? How much did it hit me for?
How many hits you on now?
22.
Okay. That's right. Right, so waiting for there we go. That's 17 points of damage. You have just been hit with this overhead strike from a battle axe that is like nothing you've ever experienced before in your life. It doesn't drive you to your knees, but you feel like it would have done a lesser mortal quite happily. It's just you've just been hit by a whole sack full of hammers being swung at you at God knows what speed. It's incredible.
Should I round
go on.
up or down? I'm not sure.
Sorry, say again?
I don't know if I should round up or down. I'm assuming it was bludgeoning damage. Or
No, it's not. It's with a battle axe, so it's
Oh, slashing?
slashing damage.
okay.
And the little one is going to do the same thing again at Rain. Rain, you take 11 points of damage.
I'm down.
Another series of missiles fly out from behind the table. What you on?
-2.
Okay. So Feron is down. So you make a death save on your turn, don't you?
Yep.
Is that just a d20?
Yep.
Yeah, and you need to roll over a 10, I believe, or was it under a 10?
10 or better.
10 or better. So you roll under, so you have 1 cross in your death save box. Once you get 3 crosses in your death save box, you die. So the person, somebody better get to you pretty quick. And that's them. You're just going to dash.
Yep.
You can get to there in a dash action. Okay. So that's basically using all of your actions to move as quickly as you can. Falstag.
I am going to reverse my direction on my axe, yell Tempest, and swing back. Give a backhand swing on the smaller one.
Okay. Please roll a hit. 23 for 12.
15. Add 3
15.
for the.
Yep. He goes down.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, Tempest.
Delgar.
Right, I don't actually know how this works, but I'm right here, so I presume I'm going to do what I can for, what's your name, Farron, but I don't know what I do. Like, what can I do? Can I attempt to stabilize him, or?
You can attempt to stabilize him using medicine.
Which you need a medicine kit for, I believe.
Sorry,
Yeah, which
second.
I don't.
Do you need a medicine kit for that?
Just checking now, actually.
Because I have a medicine kit. That was one of the things I bought with my starter money.
Right.
Because they're fairly cheap.
Can't find a medicine kit in the list. Can find a herbalist's kit. No, you don't need a kit. You just need to make a successful DC 10 wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Alright.
So DC 10. What's your wisdom bonus or minus?
+2.
So you need to roll an 8 or higher on a d20.
So D20 +2.
Basically.
God, this is being really slow.
I know, right?
$15.
Okay, so Rain, you don't need to make any more death saves. You're now stabilized, which means you're not going to die.
I think he needs to roll a 1d4 now to find out how many hours he's incapacitated.
That 1d4, yeah, it's an idea of when you're going to get hit. However, if you get any healing in the interim, then you will get back up again. So I'm presuming you're not going to leave him for 1d4 hours until he gets a hit point back and comes round, so we won't worry about that for the moment.
Okay.
Sabin, back to you.
Right. So, if no one comes, do the children calm down?
Yeah, they stop screaming, but some of them are crying.
So yeah, just I guess continue to console them, and stand guard.
Right. You can hear the sounds of combat for reference as well.
Right. And I'm assuming that if I can hear it, then so can they, and so they think that something is amiss. So yeah, I'm gonna stand guard, hopefully to calm them.
Yeah. Okay. Right. The big guy is he's going to try and grapple you, actually.
He's trying to grapple me?
Yes.
Oh, good, because I was going to grapple him.
Awesome.
Let's grapple, bro.
Right, so
Do you even grapple, bro?
Exactly. I was going to body slam him.
he's bigger than you.
Well, I was going to do my best. I got
So do I
Tempest on my
just-
side.
That's
Do
no
I just
means-
stand up and nest? Make a little WWE announcer action here.
Okay, so strength athletics check.
I clicked it. It's coming.
Okay.
I am totally grappled.
He has grappled you. And he's now shouting at you into your face. You can't understand a word he's saying. But he's trying to move you back towards the barricade.
Alright.
Griffin, you can understand him. You can't, obviously your action's not quite yet, but you can understand him. He's basically shouting, I don't want to kill you, but I will do. Now leave. I'm going to take you to the barrier and put you over. If you still try and attack, I will kill every last one of you. You do not want to fuck with me.
Question. Falstack's still in a fucking rage, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's
Yup.
pinned. He's grappled anyway. There's not really a lot he can do.
I have a quick
Break
question.
out, but...
Is there anything that would calm him down, or is it just going to be either till he's put on his ass, or everything's dead?
How do you come out of a rage normally? Just by time, is it?
By time or by willingly removing the rage, which I mean, the way that it's written in the book is more of like a mechanical writing. I don't understand why you would ever willingly come out of a rage. Like in my mind, it's like a mindless like thing that overtakes you.
Yeah. Well, it says, yeah, it ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage. You can also end your rage on your turn as a bonus action. Okay.
And also, is this guy still holding him up right now, or is
He's
he
holding
just...
him off. He's holding him off the ground.
Okay, and taking him over to the barricade, is that going to be his turn, or is that going to happen between now and...
Well, that's his action, so he's going to take him over to the barricade. So at the end of the turn, they will be at the barricade.
Right.
Right. So Ferron's still unconscious. And that's him.
Let's see. I am in, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I should be in range to make a claw attack. So if I am, then
Yes.
okay. So I will race over and make a claw attack.
Okay.
I fucking hate
Miss.
the claw.
Druid of the Claw.
I've never once gotten it off.
Karstag.
Yeah.
What are you doing, sir?
Do I get to make a roll to see if I can break free at the beginning of my turn, or?
Yes.
All right. So
You get to make either a strength, athletics, or dex acrobatics check, whichever's your.
and what do I have to beat in order to get free? Do you re-roll the strength or the grapple check, or how does it work?
Yes, I will re-roll the grapple, and you have to beat that roll. You don't beat it.
Well, I have advantage on all strength checks while in rage.
Okay, then you do beat it. Hurrah! You break free.
All right. Now I'm going to reverse it and grapple him. I'm going to attempt to grapple him now.
Okay. Another contested roll.
Yeah.
You grapple him.
And I just like yell in his face, Tempest! And I'm like, I got like drool, just like, I'm just like screaming down at him and just like slobbers flying all over on his face.
Okay. Anything else you're doing, or just that? Well, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything besides that.
No. Delgar.
Right. Well. Okay, so Rain's completely
He's
stable now.
stabilized.
Like I don't need to watch over him or anything.
No, but he's unconscious, but he's not going to die.
Right, and Falstag and the lizard guy are just kind of going at it, beating the shit out of each other.
No, the
lizard's on his back, isn't he?
No, the lizards, they're both still upright. But they're both grappling, so they're not beating the shit out of each other.
Right.
The lizard can still swing at me, but he'll be swinging with disadvantage.
Oh, that's okay. He can do something else, which he doesn't do with disadvantage, but we'll come around to that in a bit.
Oh, I bet he's... Oh, no.
I hope he kills all of you just out of spite. No, but I have literally nothing I can do. All I can really do is stand and watch. I mean, I've got no spells. All my spell slots are used, so I guess that's really all I can do.
Well, you have cantrips.
I guess. Actually, yeah, I do. Would there be any way to... like, say, for example, I was to damage... Falstag, would that by chance... Well, would there be a chance that it would get him to come after me instead?
I don't think it works like that.
No.
You
We
can't...
got a
It's not like
lizard lover
mind
in the
control.
group.
It's the biggest threat, and at the moment, the biggest threat is the guy in front of him.
I mean, the best I can do is cast a firebolt at him, but that's about it.
Firebolt at the lizard man.
Yes.
Okay.
One second.
So you need to make a ranged spell attack roll.
Yeah, I just did, and it's not showing up for some reason.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
And you miss. The flame
Oh,
pulses.
wait. I think I used the wrong roll. Do I roll a d20 to check?
Oh,
first?
that was a 1d10 you rolled.
Yeah, sorry, I rolled for damage first. That's my bad.
What is your ranged spell attack modifier?
What's
Well,
that?
he rolled a 1d10. Well, his modifier is going to be int, so it should have been a 1d20 plus int. And he rolled 1d10 plus 1, which is probably
one
not his
second.
int.
Sorry.
It's basically int plus your
Yeah, no,
proficiency
sorry, I've got it.
bonus.
It's just it's being really slow.
Okay.
9, exact same thing. So
That's a miss.
basically,
Hits a wall behind them.
right, and that's
Save
all
it.
I can do.
The combat is still going on. It's only been a few seconds. The kids are crying. They're upset. I mean, but they're not moving out from that corner. They're huddled in that corner, just trying to make themselves as small as they possibly can, and hoping that you don't kill them. That's kind of the feeling you get from them.
Well, I mean, I'm not even looking at the direction. I've actually, said I'm going to guard them, and they still seem wary of me.
Oh, well, yeah, because you and your friends have just butchered their parents, so they don't really know what was going on. They're quite young. They've just seen people they know die, so they don't know whether to trust you or not. I mean, they're not just going to implicitly go, oh, all right, then trust you straight out of that, because you and your friends, or people like you, I should say, have butchered their parents. So, but they're not. They're staying in that corner where they are.
Okay.
Anything else that you'd like to do, sir?
Well, the sounds of fighting have stopped at this point, right?
It's difficult to tell. There definitely sounds of something going on, but
I just scream Tempest as loud as I can.
True, there was that. You can't mistake that.
Okay. Then yeah, I would probably say, see that's my friend. He's taking care of the problem now. Should be quite safe here.
That was great.
Y'all are all safe.
Okay.
My friends are just killing your parents.
Taking care of the problem in inverted commas.
Oh, man.
Hey, I have no idea.
No, very true, very true. Right, lizard folk. Okay. Nice. Right. Fastag, the guy, the lizard man, isn't actually trying to break out of the grapple. What he's just done is to sink his teeth into your neck.
Okay. Well, you have to roll 2 rolls then, because he has disadvantage if he's attacking me while I have him grappled. Well, I mean, it's up to you, but I'm pretty sure that's what grappling does.
That's a miss, right?
Yeah, unfortunately for him.
He's going to do it again. He hits.
Yeah.
For 12 points of damage.
Alright.
As he sinks his teeth into your neck.
I am in a bad situation right now.
And that's him.
I'll bite him now.
Okay. Yeah, 11. Okay.
any attack roll against a grappled person has advantage, just so you know. So if you would have missed, you could have rolled another 1d20.
Falstad, you'll go.
I am going to swing with my free hand and try to hit this thing that just bit me.
Okay.
Uh, 13 and 7 were my 2 attack rolls. I don't think that's good enough, though.
No, it's not. Delgar.
Same thing with the firebolt.
Okay, please roll a ranged attack roll. That's a hit.
Five damage.
Okay, he's now looking very wounded.
That's all I can do.
Sagan. Still waiting?
Yeah, I mean, have the children calmed down further, or are they still unhappy?
They're still unhappy. I mean, they're going to be unhappy for a while. It's only been a matter of seconds so far the combat's been going on, so they're not really calming down. You kind of get the impression that probably the only way they're going to calm down is if another lizard man comes into the room and goes, you know what, everything's fine. All the while you're there, they're not really going to calm down. I mean, I know what you're saying to them, and well, at least the older one understands what you're saying to him, but they want their mummy, is basically the best way of putting it.
All right. So, yeah, just continue to reassure them until, like, the sounds of combat have died.
Right. Lizman's going to try and break out the grapple. So, if you make another grapple roll, please, Falstag.
Oops, I didn't mean to click it twice.
That's all right. Just need to work out what his stats are. He breaks out.
I have advantage still. Because of my barbarian rage.
You have
I know.
advantage.
I have advantage on all strength checks while in rage.
Yeah, you have advantage on your strength checks. He doesn't have disadvantage on his, right? Is that right?
No, I have advantage. I rolled an 11 and a 20. So it should be a 20 that I got there.
Oh, sorry, yes. Okay, right, he doesn't break out. Jolly good. Okay, he doesn't break out.
I like this grappling. I might just be like a pro wrestler. I think that's where the angle I might go.
And that's him?
I'm gonna bite him again.
Okay. And he dies. You bite him, sink your teeth into his thigh, and you feel in your grasp, Falstag, that he goes completely limp.
I go limp too. I fall down on the floor with him, like exhausted.
What's it called? I hate to leave like in the middle or right now, but yeah, I gotta go.
No, we're going to leave it now pretty much anyway, because we've gone past where I wanted to play and I've got to get up early tomorrow to head into London, so
All right,
that's
so
the point to leave it.
we'll leave it as soon as he falls down to the ground, and
Yep.
we'll search the room next week.
Well, we'll do all that. Yeah, we'll do all that next week. Yeah.
All right.
So that's the point we're going to leave it. So for reference, everybody has now gone up to 3rd level. So adjust your character sheets before next week.
Okay.
Do necessary. Pick spells, pick abilities, make sure you've done your hit dice, and so on and so forth. Ready for next week's game.
All right.
Now, what that means for those of you who are injured, it doesn't mean suddenly you get an extra lot of hit points onto your current total. It means that if you're on maximum, your hit point maximum goes up. If you are not on maximum, then it's all done proportionately. That's the way I've always done it.
So
Okay.
our health won't go up by the number that we. So like if I got 12 more health or whatever, I wouldn't gain 12 health.
No, that's right. You would gain the percentage that you're on.
Okay.
Whatever, you know.
All right. Well, I'm out. I will see y'all next week.
All right. Later.
See you all next week.
User disconnected from your channel.
So grappling is pretty good apparently.
Well,
Yeah.
it is if you're berserking.